go, let's go. Okay, this should all be set up and ready to go. It is showing the thingamajigs. I have no idea how the audio is gonna be. Fuck my life, but let's go. Okay. Feel like there are tons of things to do in here right now. And gotta get to all the things. What the fuck am I doing?
Hello.
I had a notification. Yes, I did. Heck yeah. Okay. There's a few things that we could do. We can catch this Grand Escanite. We have these daily questicles over here. So we can get more of the spheres. We can go make more spheres. We should absolutely take care of that. Okay. So we are going to adventure.
Hello.
Adventure, adventure, adventure. And 4 minutes. Hi, Mudkip! You're watching from the park in Munich? Okay, one, that is just freaking wonderful and fantastic. Munich is beautiful. It is so pretty. I went there once when I was in high school, and it was a freaking experience. An absolute experience. I am so jealous. I am so jelly, I am jam. Oh. You gotta have a curryverse for me. I miss curryverse so freaking much. So much. Like, curry ketchup, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. What's your favorite food there? Do. These little hats are so cute. We got our beans, our bread, and our cheesies. Hello! How are you doing, Bonfire? Awesome. Well, thank you. I put it up in a bun today. It's like still partially wet from my shower. So I was like, this is gonna have to do. So you prefer the bratwurst? Or the Dutch the Dutch smoked sausages? Any of them. They're so good. They're so freaking good. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. I hope you have the most relaxing freaking time ever. Absolutely. Okay, we're gonna go here. We have things to do.
Hello.
Oil well basin. We're gonna jump in here. We will go to base camp. You're getting wrecked? Oh man, what are you 3D printing? Like, do you have like a normal 3D printer or do you do the resin printing? I've been totally looking into resin printers. And I'm trying to figure out like what is worth it and what is not worth it. You're reading, 1985? I was like 1984, there you go. How is it? I have actually never read that one, but I have heard it is quite the freaking read. Should we check with this stuff? No, we're gonna go around the corner. We want to talk to our dude about getting some spheres. So not a resin printer. You don't want to deal with the chemicals. You don't play with minis. So FDM ones with more area to work with. Did you hear they just came out with like, ouch, just hit my hand on my desk. I think it's FDM. It's some sort of filament, but it's alcohol based and it's strictly for support. So it's like if you've got a 3D printer that can do 2 different filaments simultaneously, and all you do is you soak it in water, like warm water after you're done printing it, and it completely removes every single support. So you don't have to like sand it down or like risk breaking it. And I was like, that's freaking cool. Granted, I have no idea how much that shit costs, but I'm like, interesting.
What can I get you today?
We are gonna do spheres. Okay, we were gonna get big boys. So I think it was like anything more than 30 I can get rid of. Might have been 15. I don't know, we'll start here. We'll just half some of these. Oh, yeah, we do have a lot. Oh my god. Those. Yeah. Cool. Wow, Wow, I do have a lot. A gold. Should I get rid of certificates? Is this a bad idea to get rid of this? I have questions. So you don't have that one? So you just snap off the sports. See, that's not too bad. So residence superior quality though, so you have one too? So the reason why I was like looking into one is because I want to make a chandelier. Which I know is a pretty lofty thing to jump into, but I have this idea for a chandelier and I want it to go over like the bathtub in the new house. So the chandelier itself is it's gonna be like an oval shape, and then I want to make like wisteria flowers. Like I want to make the petals and do that in resin and like kind of make it like a bead, if you know what I mean. So it's got like little circles so then I could put it on a chain and then have them hang down and then add like additional lighting. Thank you for the posture check. I definitely need that. Absolutely. Hi, Greywood. How are you? It's hard getting old when you have to take a week off. I didn't even drink. It wasn't because like I was just sore. I was so sore. I tried VR and it was just nuts. Referring to PVA? Oh, it might have been PVA. You might be right. Oh, hi, Alpha. So resin has so many chemicals. Yeah, I hear you just have to be a little bit more careful with it. So if it's a chandelier, then try woodworking or order a CNC. But if it's a chandelier, I don't want wood. I want something that light can shine through. I want to make pink, transparent petals. Pink and purple. Hello, how are you doing, Averta? You doing well? So the new bamboo printer has a laser engraver, but man, that company has gone to crap. I feel like right now there's just like, I don't want to say a million because that's absolutely not true. I just feel like there's so many freaking companies that are coming out with 3D printers. Like I have no idea what's good. I don't know. I don't know how you guys know what's good. It's fucking nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Okay, all of these are good. We'll throw some of those. Oh, maybe I don't have enough to make what I want to make in here. Maybe I should have been a little less lofty about it. Well, I might get one sphere. Mayhaps. Unless all of a sudden I've been hunted something. Oh, some of these have bigger freaking points. I wasn't even thinking. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be fine. Ba-ba-ba. 31. No. Yes, these are good. I take some of these, and then I take some of these, and then I take some of these. These nuts. So you have an X1C, and you want to get the new H2D, man. You guys are speaking a different language. With all the acronyms. The only one I know about, oh shit. It was like egg glue. The egg glue printers, I just know a little bit about those, but that's just about it. New, Perusa? Perusa. Interesting. I like that name. So yeah, you've got the X1C, but you'd rather swap it to Perusa with all of the bamboo crap lately and not support bamboo anymore. So what did they do? What happened? Like, was it just like a company choice that they made? Or was it just that like the software is poop? That's the worst. If the software goes to shit, I get a wee little bit pissed. Like, if it's no longer supported after a year, after you buy something and they phase it out in 2 years, I get really frustrated, especially if you're spending more than like $300 on something. It's just like, come on, man. Is the go-to for resin? Okay, well that's also good to know. I also was like, I don't know what the learning curve is on half this stuff. So it's, man, I'm just gonna have to do a bunch of research. But I wanna start making 3D designs in Nomad. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just find some friends who do have printers and see if I can just pay them to print stuff for me for the meantime until I figure out if it's something I really want to get into. That might be a good call. So the company decided to change the terms of use. All their stuff post-sale. Isn't that illegal? And started mega locking down, blocking other developers from integrating with their stuff. So they were pretty, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Dictating how people use their purchase. So the learning curve isn't that bad. Okay, that's good. That is very, very good to know. Anytime a company changes their terms and service significantly post-sale, for me, is a red flag. The reason being, it comes across as really greedy when it comes to like other companies trying to create things to integrate with it, to supplement their core product. Because maybe they've got, like, the only way I can kind of justify it is if they have another product that is an immediate competition with whatever this open source is. But even so, your product should be good enough and affordable enough, for the most part, to beat out no-name developers. You know what I mean? Like, it should be able to stand on its own. You should be able to stand on quality and maintain your sales and your loyalty based off of quality alone. Like, oh, that's not... It just seems a little greedy, know what I mean? Like, so you've got your Bamboo LAN only. So you didn't care about the Bamboo changes. The Bamboo printers use a cloud connection, send the print files from software to a printer, so they lock down the cloud connection so third-party software can get locked out. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. So it's more so like using the Wi-Fi connections or like hooking up to something remotely. You have outside, not many, to be fair. Not too many, but enough. I have like a small core group of friends. Small. It's teeny. They're still all mainly in the States. Let's see, what company we're talking about? We're talking about Bamboo for printing. So let's see, don't get me wrong though. The printers just work for the most part. So people are fine with it as long as, yeah, they just want the plug and play. I guess that makes sense. But if you're using like, okay, so let's say you wanted to print your own thing that you designed. If the program that you built your design in is not innately compatible with Bamboo, and you would have needed to have a middleman to convert that file into one that's readable with Bamboo, like I'd be kind of frustrated. A little bit. So it was under the view of cloud security because other printing companies have been hacked and would gain access to other users' printers. What's your take on an alpha? Does it seem a little sus, or do you think it was done with good intention? Bamboo Labs. Bamboo Labs, there you go. So it's not at all what happened? Oh, okay. Well, then that's a little different. What sorcery is this? You know, the usual types of sorcery. All the sorcery. So Bamboo also leaked their own private key? You wouldn't trust them for they leaked their private... That's funny. Ooh. You're in the process of moving? Get a shadow? I'll be there in... Let's see, shit. What's the date today? Today's the 10th. Oh my god, I'll be there in less than 3 weeks. Time is counting down. For you, it's more of an ideology thing and personal morals and expectations. But you would still tell people to buy one because it does just work. So you don't design files in the Bamboo software anyway? Okay, so it's not like that. That makes more sense. Just watch a video on the Switch 2 hands-on event. Why you do this? I don't have money. That Switch is pricey. That is very pricey. I just hope I see them come out with some really cool games. That would make me happy. If they have enough cool shit coming out where I can justify it, then I will. But if not, then I'm fucked. Like, you know, it's just one of those things. Nah, a little bit more. Nope, too much. I want to keep some of my Guardian Scalios. We'll get rid of a lot of these. We're just gonna do a bunch of hunts. At this point, I feel like I'm just armor sphere freaking working on it. Okay, so we're gonna get all these out.
Time to get started.
Now I can upgrade some of my Gucci gumdrops. Nice. Melt ore, consume monster materials and smelt. Do I really need? I don't care about this stuff.
Take it. It's yours.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Okay, bye. Oh, there's a thing over here. What is this thing? Why does it say I can't use it? You're gonna get off your soapbox. I mean, you can be on your soapbox. That's okay. I have my own soapboxes too. I feel you. Your non-technical girlfriend and parents are able to work with the printers and get decent looking things for what it's worth. See, that's not too bad. My whole thing about like 3D printers, the reason I guess why I would personally be more apt to go the route of resin printing, one, I'm already super familiar with resin because I work with resin anyway, but granted it's UV resin, it's a little bit different. The main thing is if you're trying to have a nicely polished, glassy finish, getting that with something that's actually 3D printed is just really hard. It's really difficult. And I know they do make like different filaments that hopefully help with some of that stuff, but like the amount of sanding and resealing and like all that stuff, it just, I just can't justify it. Especially if you have like a bunch of little pieces. I'd be like, oh my god. But if you're making something big or something that, I mean, is a lot easier to sand, then I feel like it would work just fine. But if you wanted to make things like figures, like you might be like a little fucked. So you design the file in whatever you want. You design things in Fusion 360, but you can design it in Blender or whatever, and then you export the files to open in Slicer. And then if you want the cloud and mobile app function, then use the bamboo slicer. Oh, that way that you can like fit multiple things kind of stuff. You don't have to try to print it all at once. You can get past the limitation. So you have to have your printer on a landline only, and then you can use whatever slicer you want. See, that's not too bad. That isn't too bad. So if you're not technical about it, then you're likely to use the bamboo slicer anyway. Gotcha. You get white girl. No, I didn't have anything to drink. Not a sip. Not a sip at all. But what I did do was go into there's VR arcades. I've never been to one, and I went to one, and boy howdy, it kind of it caught me a little off guard. So they didn't use Oculus. Valve? They're using Valve systems, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was Valve. They were, I felt so bad. This girl who was getting everything set up, it was just me and my husband that were there. So it was just the communication between player 1, player 2 in a game. But for some reason, they were just having a lot of issues. A lot of issues. Like either the comms weren't working, so I couldn't hear him, he couldn't hear me, or I could hear him, he couldn't hear me. I was in the game and seeing the game, but he was not. Or like it just, one of the lenses was scratchy, or all of a sudden like little controllers would go in and out of space and time. So it was different, but when they did get it working, it was pretty freaking cool. And it was a vibe. But my arms are sore. Like, they were so sore. We did this Viking game called Ragnarok. It was fantastic. I was like, oh my god. Cool. Lan only does make the AI spaghetti detection? Oh, AI spaghetti detection. I hear that is a ridiculous thing. There's some like creators on TikTok who will live stream their 3D printer. I don't really know why, but like, go for it. You can make content out of it, make content. But half the time you go in there and you see it, it's just nothing but spaghetti. What's up, Anakin? How are you? VR arcades are awesome. Yeah, it was so cool. It was so cool. There was also this, oh shit, it was this arrow game. You're an archer, and it was kind of like fantasy, and there was orcs. And at first, man, I was on point. I was like, I would so be Legolas right now. But then I got really tired because it turns out holding your arms straight like that for an extended period of time is not the easiest. Oh my god. And after having like a heavy arm day workout on top of it, I was like, yo, this is a little tough. Just a little tough. But it was good though. So you have a 0.1mm nozzle and you're excited to try it and make minis with it? So you made 0.02 nozzles and it wasn't bad. But resin printers are going to be much nicer because of how they are at printing. I also heard rumorage that there is a new type of printer, resin printer, that is going to be more available. So it doesn't just print out of resin. It's like a hybrid between a resin printer and a 3D printer. It prints inside of a gel. And the gel can completely be reused, but it removes all need of like having supports. And I think the quality of it, like you don't have the same lines, so that's why it's kind of like the in-between, and that gel is completely reusable. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know how expensive that thing is gonna be, or, I mean, if it actually has any legs. But it's cool. Okay, stay still, dude. Let me hit your butt. Of course, it's like the squirreliest of dudes. So you don't agree with that either? So bait and a switch. Yeah, bait and switch is an issue. I feel like, I'm trying to think of like the times that I've had bait and switches. Real talk, the only time I've really encountered someone pulling a bait and switch on me has been at my jobs. At places I've worked where they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna get this and this and this, and then you get there and you don't get none of that shit. Don't get none of it, and they start adding all these weird requirements that weren't in there before, and you're like, nee. Only time. I don't like bait and switch. That stuff pisses me off. Big time. The worst. Just don't be stringing people along and then trying to give them something they don't want or they don't need. Good lord. So the changes to usage and terms post-sale wasn't fully legal, so it would have been different. Only a few things. Yeah. So, if you have feelings like that, Bonfire, how do you feel about things like PlayStation, where I guess the licensing of a game is now very different? Like, even if you own a game, like some of the newer ones, the full game isn't actually on the disc, so it's still subject to licensing things? License usage? Because that kind of stuff doesn't really sit well with me either. I'm like, I don't want someone to all of a sudden just delete a game and then something I paid like 80 bucks for is gone. Like, what the heck is that? So you did see a small clip of that recently. Dope. Okay, at least I wasn't like alone. So everything they did was fully legal. So you're not a bamboo shell by any means, but you're objective about how things are. So they didn't remove any functionality for the purchase. They never advertised that it would work on the Orca slicer, which is your go-to slicer. Okay, I see you. I'd actually have to like read the terms of service before and after to make like, oh shit, I'm gonna get pecked in the butt. A solid standpoint on it. Because you're right, when it comes to like legalities of stuff, the way people phrase things really makes a huge difference. Let their success go to their head. That sucks. At least the quality of the product is still there. Like, at least that didn't shit the bed, too. That would have been horrible. Could you imagine? Like, they just kind of sell out and then find ways to make something super cheap. And then the quality just goes to poop. And then you're like, yo, what the fuck? That would be terrible. So you feel like Steam PSN Network should very clearly indicate it's a license that can be revoked at any time. But if you own a disc, you should be able to play it no matter what. I agree. I think if you're spending the time and money to purchase a disc, a physical copy for one, I think unless something is legitimately downloadable like DLC that they release post-release, like, you know, for example, with Monster Hunter, right? So the expansion is a post-release edition. I think that would be fine to not include on the disc because obviously it's something that's unreleased and planned to be released later. But if it's some shitty EA crap where you really just need to purchase additional crap to get the normal ending, that is a whole bunch of bullshit. A whole bunch of bullshit. Oh, I don't want pay-to-play games to be like controlling my life. Oh my god, this guy is just mowing me down. Okay, if you stay still for a second. That was a good bonk. They violated open source licensing without crediting the devs. Gotcha. So maybe there is some like shenanigans in there that they could have done better. But like I said, I'd probably have to read the full terms of service in order to make an adequate hot take on if it was something that was illegal. Good afternoon, Shane. How are you? You doing well? By the way, this is open hunts. Man, so my schedule is going to be all over the place for this next month. And by this next month, I mean the rest of the month. So I'm trying to figure out a good solution because, like, for example, next week, I can't stream on Monday or on Wednesday. I'm like, I don't want to just only stream one day a week. Like, I hate that. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to do it. If it would be better to switch to a different day, or if it would be better to try to throw in a night stream. I don't know. I just don't, I want to avoid giving you guys whiplash. Like, that is always the freaking worst. Like, you get used to a schedule and a routine, and then it's gone, and it's like, yeah. You doing good? I'm doing well. I am a little bit on the sleepy side, so I'm still waking up. But I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. It'll be good. What printer should you get? You'll still say Bamboo. Absolutely. Games are always licensed to play, though. Is shit. But it's what you actually sign up for when you buy digital. So they have never had the intention to keep things running on a cloud. It costs more than that. Well, didn't they have a huge issue with something similar that wasn't video games? I want to say... I think it was... Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me heal. Audible? It was one of the digital book companies that had a subscription. People were under the impression that when they had downloaded the book, that they had the rights to that book, or like if Audible died. But they would still maintain the file or something afterwards. And they're like, no, that's not the case. And then a bunch of people were like furious about it because that was the impression that they were under. I want to say that they had to like clarify something legally because of it, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I didn't really like keep up with book talk. You know what I mean? Buy versus lease? Oh, yeah. I guess if they clarify the wording, that would make a world of a difference. Because if I was going to purchase a game and I saw lease, it would absolutely change how I thought about the situation. Breakfast, enjoy it. Absolutely, jump in, Shane. Help me murderize this thing. Also, I'm just ready to hunt. I am readies. This is like my nice little warm-up. I don't want to take a week off. I really don't want to take a week off. I do better with consistency myself. So, if I can avoid that, it would be good. It will be nice. That's 100% on the vendors. You don't agree with them, but that means, yeah. Evenings would be divine. So we went and we checked out our house yesterday morning. So when you buy a house, you get like two times you can go into the house before the keys pass off, and you can take pictures and do measurements and stuff and kind of like get a game plan. And we were looking at it, and we were looking at the basement and kind of how we were gonna attempt to configure things. Dude, this basement is the weirdest fucking shape I've ever seen in my life. It's like if you somehow took the state of Tennessee, but then like glitch copied it over. So there's just way too many motherfucking angles, man. There's so many angles in this thing, and I'm just like, I don't know how we're gonna fit a couch and DB and then two setups in here without it just looking like a clusterfuck. I'm like, we have room for like Twister, which is nice, like, but we're trying to like figure that out. So the other thing is, due to tariffs and all that fun jazz, it is a lot harder to get furniture from like suppliers. So a lot of the stuff we'll have to order, and we probably won't get for a few months, which is unfortunate if you ask me, because your girl would like to have a couch kind of thing. But so we're doing a bunch of like trying to plan how this is gonna go out, because we're pretty much gonna see if we can just buy a base bedroom set, and then we're gonna set up the second bedroom, like the guest room, and then we're just gonna sleep in the guest room, and then hopefully all the bedroom stuff for like the master bedroom and everything will come in like later. But I have no idea what this basement is gonna look like until all this furniture and stuff shows up late June-ish. It's gonna be chaos. It's absolutely gonna be chaos. An adventure, but chaos. It'll be a hot mess. A hot mess. Let's see. You said something about Kindle. So Amazon has legit gone through and deleted books from people's Kindle years after purchases. Yes, and that's an issue when it comes to censorship as well, because there's a whole bunch of stuff recently about Amazon choosing to delete specific books that may look poorly upon certain people. It was just recently happened. So Amazon, there you go. Yeah. Behind their devices are, God, words are so hard today. Ebooks. Behind their devices or something. There's some extra scummy shit. Yeah, it's like an extension of censorship, more so than, like, licensing. Would have made a toggle? The double warning box to say, if you don't use this security, then you're responsible for your own machine. Oh yeah, like a liability waiver? That would be cool. They sort of do. Let's go land the developer mode, but it's still not fully open. What's up, Loudon? How are you? You doing good? Happy Canada. I love it. I love it. So do you have rooms to go? We don't have rooms to go. It's like Leon's, which I can't say Leon's without pulling a Resident Evil's like Leon every time. It's like brain rot. It's stuck in my head. Oh my god. There's that one, and there's one called The Brick, which is more apt to have like an actual stock of things, but I guess recently, just because everything's been all over the place with manufacturing and tariffs with the states and all that kind of stuff, that stuff's been inconsistent, is what we have been told. Is just there's a lot of inconsistencies, so just be prepared that it could take a long time to get specific things. And I was just like, okay. That's fine. That's super cool. I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. But my goal is to get the gaming set up first so that I can get used to streaming. I just want to get back into streaming and get into a setup with that, get into a swing of things, fix the audio situation with it peaking. Turns out that could be my I'm gonna tell you the wrong word, and that's gonna piss me off, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. Filters. My noise suppression. It could be from the noise suppression that I'm having issues, so I might have to find a workaround with some of that. So I've got work to do, and it sucks because I can't do it yet. I can't change my sound settings really, or like fine tune them right now because I'm in a completely empty room that's super echoey, and it's gonna change in 15 days. So I'm just like, ugh, okay. I'm just angsty right now. I am just an angsty girl who wants to do things, and one, doesn't have the ability to do things, and two, is a sleepy girl at the same time. So even if I had the ability, I don't have these spoons. No spoons for me. Oh my god. Helonian, you're alive! What's up? How are you? This crazy woman is up early again.
Okay.
I don't even know. It's hot. It just got really toasty in here. Sorry. I gotta take the hoodie off. Because you're so good at your job, you were sent to a hellscape of Outbound. Place called PD3. What is that? All right, you got temporary filling from a drugstore to put on your broken wisdom tooth. Entire month. Hold on. They do. I didn't know they did temporary fillings at a drugstore. What? Broken wisdom teeth. You gotta be so careful. That thing gets compacted and like. You be careful. Just be careful. Like, you don't want that to turn into an infection. That would be so scary.
Right.
That could be so scary. Keep an eye on it. If you feel any swelling in your face, like, I know it's hard because, like, insurance is important. Just try to keep yourself. It's more important that you're alive at the end of the day. Go talk to someone if you feel like you need to talk to someone. You're standing next to your hunter. I'm loving the oh, I thank you. I thank you. That makes me feel so happy. It's 7 a.m. Sleepy Holonian, my schedule is going to change once the move happens. It'll probably be later. I might... There's... I don't want to, like...
Sent us supply items.
I don't want to, like, get your hopes up right off the bat. There's high chance that I will move back to night streams. But I don't know what that schedule looks like yet. That's why I'm not, like, going for it now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But it's not out of the question. We'll say that. Not out of the question, because I do like night streams. Yeah, those exist now? I was so confused. I was like, I don't know what that shit is. Lull me back to sleep with the sounds of Sassany. Okay, okay. I will play to you the song of my people, which is just this really large hammer on this fuzzy animal that is very angsty. I don't know if it'll, like, lull you back to sleep, but, like, you know, I'm gonna do the best I can. Boink. Oh, shoot. He's so strong. So you could buy a temporary filling kit from a drugstore? Has non-stop packages? I had no freaking clue that that was even a thing. Like, that's crazy. It's awesome. Oh my god, that was awesome. Not for me. That sucked actually. But what a strong puppers, man. Oh. I'm kind of in limbo right now with dental insurance as well. So my dental insurance benefits don't fully hit for a year. So I have like a certain amount that's covered for the first year, because obviously they don't want you to just get like, let me get added dental insurance and then get a fuck ton of orthodontics done, you know? But apparently I have an open bite still from getting my like Smile Direct Club kind of stuff, and they need to fix that because it turns out it's causing my jaw issues. Like, all of my TMJ is from that because my bite is not aligning, but I actually need to go into an office and have them sort all that out. Which I'm like, I don't wanna. Oh well. Final Fantasy? I've played, the last Final Fantasy I played was Final Fantasy 16. And I'm gonna be honest, I was super surprised by that. Impressed, even. I had no idea that game would be nearly as good as it was. But holy crap. So, which Final Fantasy? Expedition 33. Is that Final Fantasy? Wait, hold on. Isn't that a different game? 16 was... Were you more into, like, the turn-based? Just slower, like, it was the movie. They definitely turned 16 into a cinematic movie. It was interesting. It wasn't like a lot of the Final Fantasies. So supposedly you can alleviate some of your jaw strain by opening your mouth and trying to close it while pushing down on your chin. So I've done all that kind of stuff. The issue with mine, when I went to get my teeth checked out recently, which is when they told me, they're like, hey, you're gonna need to go back in. She said it's a contact issue. So 3 teeth up and bottom, they hit on my right side, but only 1 tooth makes contact on my left side. So even if I try to like alleviate the pain, my jaw does not close straight. It closes like this. One side doesn't even touch, really. So I'm gonna have long-term issues if I don't fix it. Sadly. I have to like sleep with my jaw open. Do you know how weird that is? It's weird. It's turning me into a hardcore mouth breather and I feel strange about it. 16 Combat was awful. Boring to you? The bosses took way too long. The bosses... It was a long road with the bosses. I agree with you on that, for sure. I should move out of the way of this big boy that is behind me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay or do I go now? Gonna look like a rich Englishman with a major underbite? I don't want that. I don't want that at all. That is what I want to avoid. Like, I don't want to look like I spent too much time in the UK, okay? Like, it's just, I don't want it. So you need to play hockey, got it, kinda. Yeah. I would be so bad at hockey. We got some poo. We got poo. Mouth breather isn't real bad. It is bad. It's bad because it gives you cavities. Did you know that? That's a thing. If you are a mouth breather and like your teeth are constantly dry, you get lots of cavities. No fun. How is the mic issues going? So I looked up some stuff online and they were saying that it actually, there's a good chance it's the compressor itself. Because it is registering the peaking sound as additional noise. And like the noise suppression. So they're just like, oh, well, yeah, you could be on the shit end of noise suppression. And I was like, oh, okay, that sucks. But, oh my god, I'm picking Ivy right now. That's a great time for that. Chances are, after the move, I'm gonna just really sit down and see what I can do with it, and maybe if I'm in a quiet enough space. Like right now, I live in the city, right? So there's people yelling and like frickin' ambulances and fire trucks all the time here, all the time. And so that's usually why my noise suppression is pretty high, and it would make sense that maybe I am on the bad end of that. Did you check out the abridged clips? Yes. Why is it? No, I did check it out. Dude, I dig it. It is a little different. For some reason, I was expecting like DBZ abridged, and I think that's probably because that was the only abridged I've really like. Actually, it's not the only abridged. I guess Ghost Stories is considered an abridged as well. But I thought it would be more like that, so I was like, oh, it's a little different. But I like it. I like the vibe. But you have to watch out for Knuckle Dragon. Oh, them Knuckle Dragons. It just turns anybody ugly. I don't want to be ugly. I mean, it's just... That's fun. It does make you, like... It gives you, like, a second fucking double chin, dude. Because your whole mouth is all fucked. I'm like... Oh, gotta fix my face. Like... What the crap is this? It's okay. In due time, everything will be worked out and fixed. I don't have to worry about it. I just have to wait and be patient and just kind of like deal with it until that happens. So you notice the sound changed greatly since you were last in here. Part of it is I'm trying to be a little bit more quiet and talk a little. I moved my mic a little bit closer, so I'm like, hopefully it will register me better in these situations, but who knows? I have a feeling it'll probably happen again, which is a little frustrating. Ghost Stories is full. No, it isn't. Is it real? No, there's no way. You cannot tell me that Ghost Stories is fully canon. That would be nuts. You thought we were talking about DBZ abridged. Oh, we were talking about Solo Leveling abridged. Solo Level. Have you seen Solo Leveling yet? Is that Amazon Prime? I did not know that, Helonian. I was watching it on Crunchyroll. It is freaking hilarious. Like, Ghost Stories surprised me. It was good. It was very out of pocket on a lot of things, but it was really good. Wait, what do you mean? It's not abridged. There's no way. There's no way. I don't believe you one fucking bit. Show me proof that that's canon. You're telling me that show is like that? It's just like that?
Now commencing.
Like this is just a dub? Cause that would blow my freaking mind. My mind would be completely gone. Nah. You tell me Japan's popping out that shit? Like, that's ridiculous. The English team never got a script, so they let it rip and had their own canon. Well, I'm not mad about it. I'm definitely not mad about it. I guess, yes, then it would be considered canon in a really, really weird way. That's funny. We got a little Beyblade, dope. Unexpected. How did they... So, they just, like, approved it afterwards? Like, did they... they just trusted the system a little too hard? Like, what? Let them go nuts. They did. They went nuts. You right. You right about that. Well, we've already watched it together. And it was, like, the reason I started watching it in general was because I was seeing clips on TikTok, and I was like, yo, what the hell is this? I had no idea that that is why that happened. That is so ridiculous. Is there any other show like that? Where like, they just went crazy? Just enraged. Yeah, like, I mean, fair enough. Wow. So crazy. So no one stopped them, so they just kept pushing it. I would be so proud. I'd be like, you know what? That is the definition of when life gives you lemons and just squirting them in your enemy's eyes. And I don't have a single qualm with that. That's amazing. Horrible, but also amazing. Holy crap. The 90s were a different time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were. They definitely were a different time. But in a strange way, I almost feel like the vibe that Ghost Stories has is almost right there with Dan to Dan Dan. Dan to Dan to Dan to Dan Dan Dan. Badan Dan. Because I feel like that show is pretty off-puff too. But I don't know if that was the same situation or not. Yeah! That was specifically Nickelodeon where I was like, dude, there's no way. There's just no way. And I was like, maybe there is a way. That's interesting. I need one. I need some stuff from these. Don't judge me for attacking mosquitoes. Dan Dan is awesome. It surprised me too. I didn't think that there was some heavy points. There was some heavy points with Dan Dan where I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. Like, I didn't think that was where we were going. But like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, I'm not crying, you're crying. Like, what is this? Yeah. Apothecary Diaries is pretty good. You'd recommend that one? Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. So there's this food truck by us. Actually, it's not by us. That's completely a lie. I don't even remember where it's at, if I'm being honest with you. I just assume if it's within a 20-minute drive, it's close enough to be considered by us. Anywho, they do fried chicken and like wings. So freaking good. It's this like Haitian dude. I'm gonna blow this guy's back out. Hold on. But the whole entire truck was covered in anime stickers. And that was like his thing. So when you order from him, he gives you a bag and it's full of anime stickers and you can pick one out and you can put it on the cart. And I'm like, dude, this is cool. Like, I like it. I like it a lot. And there was so many that were just like totally off the cuff, but in the best way ever. Lots of JoJo ones. I was pretty impressed by the amount of JoJo. I was like, ooh, look at it go. God, there was even some Spirited Away stuff in there, which was like, okay, not too bad. Tons of Hunter x Hunter, a little bit of Sailor Moon. Gotta go old school a little bit. You forgot to eat? Oh, did I forget to eat? No, I ate. This bitch ate. Oh, sorry, I'm having a moment. But it was really cool. What did she say? I said, you heard what I said. I said what I said, and I meant it. Mom and daughter's backstory was insane for me. Yeah. That one, was nuts. Like, I still am kind of surprised that they threw in something that heavy that abruptly. I guess, like, I don't know. Usually if you're gonna hear, like, a sad point in anything, they build you up to it, right? It's not like, yo, let me trauma dump on you real quick. And it's just like, oh. Okay. Well, I can't unknow what I know now. Oh. Like, oh. That, it was so... It was impactful. I'll say that. It was impactful. You need that too close sticker from Spy Family for your... Oh, I love Spy Family. I need to get a list of, like, what shows come out when. I hear Love, Death, and Robots is coming out in, like, a week. Is that true? Or is it just, like, the teaser that's coming out in a little bit? By the way, guys, you can post stuff, too. I'll join them.
Yes.
I know, I'm so excited. I really loved last season. It was just so good. And I feel like this one's gonna be really good. You posted I watched the trailer, but I didn't know how they were releasing the episodes, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, are they doing half a season at a time? Are they doing weekly? Or are they doing the full season? How are they doing it? Do you know? Because I don't know. So they're dumping it? I prefer that. Yeah. All them love, death, and roboticus. Oh, anguish. Atrocity. Okay, let's go with this one. That'll be good. They are shorts. That's true. That is true. I guess when you are doing anything with short... But some of those shorts were pretty fucking long. To be fair, they all weren't. I love that kind of stuff. I think it's so cool to have, like, an artist just, like, run with an idea and just see how far it goes. I love it. I love that so much. Where's my little okay, well. I guess I'll get potions later. Fuck potions. We'll steal these instead. Do I want the bonker? Or do I want the cut one? I'm gonna use the blade. Be online soon and on your way to the new place? That's so freaking exciting. That's so exciting. The Honey Badger song from LDR is so good. Oh, Honey Badgers. I'm in a weird spot. Weird spot. Oh, no, roll. I need to upgrade my armor in a little bit, side note. That's just for me. That's for me to remember. I don't know who I'm hitting, but I'm just gonna keep on swinging, okay? Swingy. Okay, apparently I'm not swinging. No pants. I like how we have that emote. Like, that emote's fantastic. Oh my god. It's so good. Dude, look at these guys' little teeth. Look at them little teethy nubs. It even has lore? Does it? Well, you don't have pants on. You're in bed. They're pajamas. Okay, well, pajamas are acceptable. That's fine. I ain't judging you for no jammies. You killed it too quick. It wasn't me who killed it too quick. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. But it did die, so that's good. That's super good. Okay, we got all this done. We're gonna take that little gem. Look at all those guild points. Oh my gosh, all them guild points. What am I gonna do with all these things? You ended its suffering, its mercy. You don't play with your food? Are you just like running up to it and you're just like... My brain played out a really weird scenario there. I was gonna say you just go and bite it, but then I was like, no, you just like fake it out, like pretend like you're gonna give it a kiss and you're just like, ah! And I was like, wow, that'd be really aggressive. And then I was like, wow, it's like a step away from being a zombie if you were like doing that to another human. And then my brain went to Florida Man. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I probably should refill my meds. Because the ADHD is a little spicy today. It's a little spicier than usual. My brain is so all over the place. It's a little bit nuts. And I was like, well, the buffalo killers? And what are the buffalo killers? Only for a slice of butt and toss the rest away. Was that a thing? You telling me that was a thing? We're gonna do this one. It's time. It's time, it's time, it's time. You're here? All the energy. I'm happy that you're here for all of the energy. I can't control this stuff right now. It's just like, I have one output at the moment, and it's like, it's just absolute chaos. It's nothing but chaos. It's not intentional. I just don't have control of the situation. All gas, no brakes. Absolutely. Yeah. Bingo bango. That's totally the situation in all of its flaming glory. Why am you not? I have none of these? You telling me I gotta craft some of them? Why? It's on auto craft. Shouldn't it just be auto crafting? Yeah. Oh my god. Just make all of them. Yeah. Why do you think that they went extinct? Buffaloes? Buffaloes aren't extinct. You can still buy buffalo in the supermarket. They're huge though. They're big boys. Toss up real grim photo for you? I mean, if people are only killing things for like a taste of that booty. Oh, bison. The North American ones. Don't we still have bison too? I'm pretty sure we both have bison and buffalo. Do we not? Have I just assumed they were the same thing this whole time? Hi, Crimson Red, how are you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are going into the lightning den. This will surely go well. Very excited. It's not gonna go well, but I can pretend that it will, and then maybe I'll get lucky. We're gonna go with the longsword. We're gonna see if we can cut off that butt. Okay, let's go. Let's freaking go. New home? You got your transfer file? Oh, hell yeah. I feel like this is just the season where everyone is moving. I move, you move, he, she, we moving. We all going. I'm moving at the end of the month. Did I just get electrocuted? What the fuck? Jesus, Zeus. Get it together. But yeah, it's we're trying to figure what we're gonna do with our move. If we move all the stuff from the storage unit into the space, we will have like nowhere to unpack anything. So it's like, will looking at boxes drive me nuts? Or should we just fucking go for it? I don't know. I can start making crazy stuff out of those boxes. I can make like a couch out of it, maybe. I can get creative. I can be so creative. I'm gonna get zapped. Oh no. Neither are extinct. Their populations were greatly reduced. Okay, that makes way more sense. But still, I mean, only for a slice of that booty is pretty intense. I should roll. Oh my god. Okay. We got some help here. I should. We're fine. That was supposed to happen, didn't you know? Ah! No! I'm gonna die. Oh. You're on your way. Thank you. I was like, okay, this is sketch. Dude, there's just no way. I just can't. I can't hit him with that. Even if I wanted to, there's just no way. I can't do the charge up because I have to be able to dodge. Oh, fuck me. When I said extinctions, when you see the mountains, yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. I guess the aftermath of that was pretty freaking hefty. Also, man, bones and shit be heavy. Those are big old things. It definitely makes you understand that if you go into like any old school Western themed like amusement park, when I say that, I'm specifically thinking of like Six Flags. They've got this area where it's like Looney Tunes Western area. And all there are like cow bones and skulls and stuff. And now it gives you the context of, oh shit, no, they just wanted the booty. I didn't realize they were killing it just to eat that ass, though. That's dedication. Also, I feel like that's... Why just the butt? Those things are huge. Isn't that like a lot of work? Links don't work in the chat, but you can always put that in the Discord. That way, too, I can check it out after stream. Oh my god, I'll die! Roll. Don't roll. Excuse me, sir, I need you to land. It'd be really nice. Real nice if you did. Okay. Get back. Hit you twice. Coolio, hell yeah. Because I like learning about that kind of stuff, too. Great form. Oh my gosh. Where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna go? Oh, he's up in the air. I should stop swinging. Okay. Gonna drop him. I'm running out of energy. Ding, 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 ding. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done. To Nierx, just for the hides. I mean, damn, it's so weird to think about, like, the existence of people way back then. And when I say the existence of people way back then, I strictly mean, like, the struggles that they were facing versus the struggles that, you know, we face now are just, they're not even comparative at all. At all. Like, if they didn't have those hides, like, they potentially either A, didn't have food, they didn't have shelter, they didn't have clothing. Like, they freaking, like, bum-ass naked. Like, that's nuts. Hides, the youngest, and brains were greatly desired. Brains were? Were they eating them? Or were they, like, using them for something? I mean, what would you use their brains for? I don't know. See, I just don't know enough. The tongues. So imagine the massive balls that people had in old time. Yeah, where they saw something like that and they went after it. Like, that's nuts. That's real life freaking Monster Hunter is what that is. And that's real life Monster Hunter without adequate armor or weapons half the time. Like, shit. In a lot of ways, guns and the creation of guns, like, were a massive game changer for, like, survival when you really think about it. Were they totally used improperly, in my opinion? Yes. Am I surprised by that? No. But did it make them have a much better success rate of living after trying to get food for your family? Yeah. Lurk in side quests and do your things. Anthropology is an interesting subject for sure. Not the natives, the Americans? Well, even so, I mean, there was still, like, during the times of, like, oh shit, what is it called? Sorry, it's so hard for me to think right now. Like the Dust Bowl and everything like that, where there's all these famines. Like, yeah. I mean, even Americans, too, were a lot of times incredibly poor. They didn't have... Like, they weren't working on much. They were living in makeshift, like, tents with lots of people. And kind of had to be nomadic in order to hopefully find work and survive. But I will say that Native Americans had a stronger need for that kind of stuff. Longer living today, guns, way shorter living. Yeah, or it's like control. It's like, I have the power of the boomstick. Yeah, using brains and hides? Yeah, trial and error shit? Well, fuck, man. I want to know who figured out with cannibalism that if you ingest part of like the brain stem, you go crazy. Like who figured that shit out? Like that I'm super crazy curious about. Like how did you figure it out? There's no way that you just ran some test. That's a first-hand experience that we all fucking know it. Discovered that plants could be eaten? Yeah, how many people shat their pants before figuring out like, no, you really can't have this one. Great example of climate change. Yeah. It's in a lot of ways, our existence as a species on this planet is really not as long as we feel like it is, right? The progression that we've made is pretty fucking substantial. But also, we used to be completely at the mercy of our environment. Completely. Which is nuts. No. That always gets you. Scientists, but most animals have a natural aversion to it mentally, so they can't do it. So it's a natural defense. It's so weird. And so what am I doing? I don't want that. I want this. We need to sharpen this blade. So use spears and bows to kill bison. Pretty horse tribe have big hairy balls to hide them or hunt them on foot. Yeah, absolutely. The left hind leg wound. Okay. Gotcha. Oh yeah, mammoths? But also, like, from every depiction of a mammoth I've seen, aka just from being at like a little museum or something, they always make it look like mammoths were really slow moving. So, would it really have been that difficult to kill a mammoth if it's not gonna move, really? Or if it does move, but it doesn't really like, what if it just is really bad at side battling? They're big. Big stuff has a hard time, you know, moving around. You watch other animals eat the plants, so you tried it yourselves? I don't know, man. Birds eat a lot of little red berries, and I know for a fact that shit will give you the bubble guts. Ran them into exhaustion. Yeah, endurance, I guess. The long game. Oh, let's get on this side. He's a strong boy. He's a strong boy! I didn't move fast enough. I just was stuck in the combo. Oh, snipey time. Can you get a stick through? I have no idea. I really don't know. Like, good lord. All the TikTok freaking 100 men versus a silverback gorilla, and they're talking about like, hey, that gorilla's gonna go through like a solid 80 of you first. Imagine where killing this thing was like survival versus non-survival for like food, right? And you know that you're gonna be the first one up, and you know you're not gonna make it. Like, whoa. What an intense thought. Humans are endurance hunters, and here I am just struggling to run a mile. How far we have fallen. So walk my dogs for me, thanks. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I don't know. God. If things went back and reverted, we would be so fucked. So fucked. Oh my god. Like, it would be... I would feel bad. I would feel bad. I'd be like, I'm so sorry, ancestors. Like, you know, it wasn't... We should have listened. We should have actually, like, learned how to have gardens. Instead, we all go to a thing called a grocery store. And cheap labor. Like, it's just... Ooh. We're one massive solar flare away from that happening? Really? So, how would that work? Like, what would happen? I don't know, like, anything about solar flares, so I don't even know what they would be affecting. Bring the shield! Outlast your own brethren! Be like, okay, this is why I popped out 15 kids, so we can lose 6 of them. Those are some good odds. Jebediah, let's go. Like, oh. Oh, Katana Bears, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Let's hope he stays here for a second. Oh, nope, he's just gonna make my day painful. We made their daily struggles a thing of the past. It's not a bad thing. No, it's absolutely not a bad thing. If we could fully maintain our progress. But can you fully guarantee that that progress will always be the case? Like, in a lot of ways, yes, it's a good thing that we learned that we all don't need to do this same specific role. But now, if we lose a facet of that, like if we lose a group that does that role, let's just say farmers. Will everyone starve? We've become too dependent on said roles. We have lost adaptability. Solar Flare does 2 things. So it acts like an EMP, and big enough, one could scorch away all life. A space fire whip? Holy shit. Okay. So, has one of these happened? Recent? What was the last one? Don't you tell me the dinosaurs. Became too dependent on capitalism. Yes. Exactly. The ozone layer would go first. Oh my god. Yeah, at that point it wouldn't matter, right? If it's like our atmosphere is kind of like gone. And then temperature and climate change would kind of just... Or nukes. That could be another thing. Which is, a whole other worry. We'll get a wicked sunburn. Dang it! I've been doing so good at staying out of the sun, and here I am now. Just gonna get a permanent sunburn that I can never come back from, because I'm dead. So 1800s had a big enough one? Okay, it set us back. Oh, it would have set us back if it was today. I bet it would. Yeah, if all the internet went out. Shit, man. Real talk, when COVID hit and people were just stuck in their houses, they went freaking crazy. Imagine them without internet after being so integrated and used to internet for so long. Like, oh man, I wouldn't want to be there. Like, we're gonna end up having slaughter domes for entertainment. So they're always happening, they're just not strong enough to wipe us out. Okay. Well, that's a little less scary, which is nice. I like less scary stuff. Hello, Beast. How are you doing? But imagine all those planes crashing. Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be enough that I could almost guarantee that like the preppers and the super religious people would be like, it's the end times. Totally. Totally. They'll be like, it's Jesus. Jesus is coming back. It's the rapture. How are the hunts going? You know, I'm getting beat up. I'm not gonna lie to you. This guy right here is he's a little mean. But overall, we're okay. We're hanging in there. I just got me some booty, so I am no longer in a place to complain. Unless this guy one-shots me. And then I will 100% proceed to complain because fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. How about you? How have your hunts been going? Have you been hunting recently? Oh, gonna stab. Never mind, not gonna stab. Not gonna stab. Gonna heal. Because that makes more sense. Because I am a fragile little flower. No internet means no Blockbuster and no LAN parties. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's say internet is completely gone. Completely gone for a month. You have no idea if it will ever come back. All you know, it's been a month and it's gone. What are you going to do? What is your choice, right? What's your new hobby? Are we knitting? What are we doing? Sewing circles? Like, we can't even use our Keurigs anymore. We're fucked. Just as it's tough coming back this time. Oh my goodness, man. Every time Jesus comes back, it's not usually too bad. Like, I'm like, oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Actually, I used to work for a guy named Jesus. But also he was flaming. He used to do drag. So, we used to call him Sexy Jesus. It was pretty funny. We loved Christmas. He also loved Christmas. It was his day. It was so good. You're gonna die? Oh, well, you could do more than just die. I mean, you might die of boredom, you know. Man, I saw this TikTok, and it was saying, like, it was just this guy, like, walking around on this path, and he's like, when you realize that this is just an open world game, and he just stops, and then just goes right into the tree line, and I'm like, that's how you get killed by bears. We don't do that. Like, careful. You're in an unleveled zone, my guy. Automated billings for stuff dies. No payment issues for base. Oh! Oh! Polonian. How would we pay our student loans? You can't pay online anymore. We don't have checks. For the most part. Actually, I don't know too many people who actually carry physical checks. Do you guys carry physical checks? Or are you all like, fuck that, I ain't doing it. Interesting. Everything would go back to cash money bitches, which wouldn't be bad, necessarily. You can finally play your backlog of already downloaded. No internet. And when I say no internet, I mean also, like, what if it's no, if it's a solar flare? I meant to say no, like, electronics. There you go. Like house lights don't work. You gotta hand scrub that laundry. But yeah, if you've pre-downloaded the games, and you're pretty lucky because then you actually have that. Really, as long as you have, like, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto, you'd probably be set. you'd probably be pretty set. But if it was like all electronics, then it would be interesting. No phones, technically, either. Maybe landlines? Maybe. Landlines? Oh. That'd be so interesting. A lot of the, all the AI stuff would be gone. Any sort of, like, manufacturing line that is heavily automated. Just KO'd. Absolutely KO'd. You've got checks? Impressed. You had to learn to write one in high school, and you've never had to write one since. I dig it. I dig it a lot. That's amazing. I think I've written like 10 checks in my life. That was it. No electricity. You're right. That would be completely different. No electricity. GTA 5 needs online for SB. Well, oh, okay. Shit. You guys could all come over. And we could just play the retro selection, right? Because we've got all them retros for all them systems. We can just throw back. So landlines would still work. Interesting. Would landlines work if there's no internet? I mean... Oh. There's definitely a movie about this? What is it? I don't know. You have to check a book. Board games. Board games would work. God, do you know what would suck the worst out of this whole fucking thing? Is, forced family time. You'd have to get used to actually, like, engaging in a conversation. You couldn't just be on your phone and, like, thinking about other shit. Oh, that'd be so interesting. The quality of conversation would very much change if there was no internet. Especially so if there was no electricity. That would be pretty nuts. Introverts would be very sad. That's all I'm gonna say. So landlines are hard lines. They don't work if the power is out. The old wall phones anyway. Okay. You wanted to cap it? You can absolutely cap it. I'm not mad at you. You go, you do you. You're going hermit mode? I probably would just hardcore delve into art. It would be weird because the references that I would have to use for my art would have to be things that I could physically access. That would be interesting. Be strange, but it would be interesting. Part of me is like, if the internet all of a sudden died, just the internet, not electricity, I almost feel like it wouldn't be a horrible thing. It would definitely be different. I could say that, but I feel like we would adapt to it pretty quick. I bet in the long run, people would calm the fuck down. There'd be a lot less like random chaos for the views kind of thing. Because there'd be no views. There'd be none of that. There'd be no weird TikToks that people are making where they're trying to get reactions out of you. Survival family. So it's about a Japanese family in the city when all electronics stop working without I want to watch that. I'm writing that shit down. I'm gonna watch that. That sounds intriguing to me. I want the weird shit. Okay, we're gonna upgrade some of my armor. Okay, so if they are not fiber, will work. So if they are fiber, then they wouldn't. So we finally killed influencers, and Musk gets shut up. There would be no clickbait. There would be no cancel culture without internet, I feel like. I mean, there'd be like, don't get me wrong, like if people didn't want to support a business, they wouldn't, but it would be only on a local scale. Because you couldn't really push it out the same way that they can. But it would be easier to keep things secret without the internet, right? So you wouldn't have people like whistleblowers as much. So it would be an interesting catch-22 of sorts. It's kind of like with the internet, we're playing a poker game, but everyone can see everyone's motherfucking cards. For the most part, unless you're really rich and then no one can see your shit anyway because you're playing pay to play, and that's different. That's just completely fucking different. But everything else, it's like, a little weird. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so what do we... Is it this one? That's maxed. This is not maxed. I was like, I know I have one that needs to be upgraded. Yay! I have upgrades! Look at me go! I'm not gonna be as glass as I was before, just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Okay, I still need a new chess piece. I can't make that one. I have to do, this is pretty. It's a pretty piece. This one is nuts! Do I like the nuts? Oh, this one. Look at these sets. Oh. I mean, I'm not a unicorn. I want the double horns.
I'm ready to work.
This what's happening.
Right.
Wait, did I even want this one? Did I want the other set? Fuck me. Wait, why is it a Y set? Did they not have alpha and beta on this one? I guess they don't, so I guess we good. We good. Okay, let's see how much we can do. Ah. Perfect, okay.
Ready.
And we fully upgraded this thing. Oh, I'm so happy. So, can we just kill social media? Honestly, I feel like killing social media wouldn't be a bad thing. It would be a catch-22. It is really easy to lean on just like, oh, these are the things that are wrong with everything, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, like, there are some things that social media is super freaking good for. And it's good for connecting people and, like, protecting against corruption in a lot of ways, right? Because it allows people to connect and unionize, and good communication is important. But, it is a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. I feel like I want this top. Put this
Ready to
top
get to work?
on me. Okay.
Alrighty.
Until sustainable food and water can be secured? Yeah, the beginning would be a tough transition, but I feel like it would be good. I think if we did get rid of social media or the internet, or both, the amount of anxiety that people experience would probably end up dropping drastically.
Stay by.
And I think it's because when people delve into social media and like their appearance on social media, it's really easy to get stuck in the mindset of how do people see me? Like, is this look weird? Is this, you know, they're more like, there's something in psychology called the spotlight effect. So it's when you feel like people are always looking at you, regardless of if they are or not, because like no one fucking cares kind of thing. But when it comes to social media, that has a heavier influence over like, you want to make sure that you keep your followers, you want to make sure that you look as presentable as you can, and you have this image that you need to maintain. But in person, it's a lot harder to like fake that shit. But also, you'd probably feel less pressure to fake that shit because you do. It wouldn't be caught on video and plastered on the internet, and you wouldn't be quote unquote exposed, you know? I'd be very curious to know how things would actually change. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to upgrade this one. I can use all of my mats. You're so cute.
Stay by.
Okay, well. Yeah, we just won't fuck with that one.
Come back anytime.
Yes, please, I'll be the hitman. Oh my god. So digital media stores, hold on. Stores are really useless? Oh, porn gets is the worst? Oh, yeah. That whole stuff. People like their sex, okay? People like their sex, and also the States is really bad at like villainizing that in an odd way. If you've ever spent time in Germany, you will know it is a completely different relationship with anything like that. Completely different. You can be at the airport and you can be in the book section in the magazines, and you'll see like kids books right next to like their like news outlet right next to pornography. And it's not covered up. It's just there. And it's like they view it as this is the human body. It's just so different. It's so different, and it really makes you realize how much society molds what we villainize and what we don't, and where that, I guess, that pressure is put. You love people filming themselves committing crimes so that the police can get, yeah? Oh my god. Yeah. People are dumb. They're so stupid. When I was taking an art class, I was taking this art class, and there's a kid in there. He was a dumbass. I'm just gonna say it as he is. Absolute fucking idiot. He was the type of person who's like, I'm gonna be like a cool artist, but I'm only gonna do spray paint. And like, I'm just so jaded, no one understands me. And he was like playing up that thing, and I'm like, dude, you're like 19. You're also like heavily falling into stereotypes right now. But regardless, this dude for one of his projects filmed himself vandalizing, completely vandalizing on part of campus. And the professor was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I have to say something. Like, you can't turn this in and expect me not to be like, yo, that's the side of our building. Like, this is an issue. And he's like, no, it's art. You need to understand that it's art. And I was like, you fucking idiot. And he was like, I mean, it wasn't even on campus. Like, you can't prove where that is. He's like, yeah, there's all the people's car in the parking lot there. Like, what are you doing? And like, this kid got called out in the middle of lecture. And he was just like, you're ruining my art. Like, you can't tell me that I can't do this. And he's like, you're destroying people's property. You have no right to do that. He's like, I don't care how artistic you think you're being. That does not belong to you. This is not an act of art. This is an act of aggression, and this person did not deserve this. Whose property this is. And I was just like, take that, you little fucker. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, it just blew my mind because I was like, why are you fucking doing this stuff? You don't have to do it at all. Unnecessary. Totally freaking unnecessary. Oh my god. It was just nuts. Absolutely freaking nuts. Moral of the story, kids. Don't do shit on camera for views. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. It's so dumb. It's just so dumb. TikTok criminals sure are nice. Very true. It's hilarious. Major issues, Social Security. So too much for USPS to handle, especially with having all mail bills, to mail all the bills out. So it would have the system collapse hard, with some stuff surviving. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Where the fuck am I doing? I have no idea how USPS is still running. So they have a very similar issue in Canada with Canada Post as well. And I just don't understand the agreements that they had. Like, how did that whole thing start? Because I don't know. I just straight up don't know. That's a shitty investigation. I feel like I need to have a better one somewhere. Nom nom nom. Is this all it has? This guy. We do this guy. We do the bonkers. Because religions, just to control, yeah, I will say, there are good parts of religion, and organized religion too, but I think mainly it's just based off of people, right? You've got good people, and you have people who will take advantage of situations, regardless of if they are religious or not. I mean, you see it in all aspects of the world, right? But I feel like, sadly, religion gets a bad rep because the people who are taking advantage of it have such a stark contrast to what they are trying to say that they are. Germans indeed are free about stuff like that. They have such a big, oh yeah, they have a massive like sex industry. Big time. Those are the people that you just try to avoid. I think that's probably a good call. Ah, I ran out of food! I need to eat the cracker. I don't want to have to deal with this shit. So USPS is, okay, so they were created by Congress? Funded by them and tax-paying. So it's a federal service. So why is, if it's a federal service, is it just because of like inflation and volume that things are no longer sustainable? This is why you're so glad to go all out and do dumb shit era. It was pre-smartphones, camera phones, on flip phone. Oh yeah, absolutely. Shit. If you went to a house party, you wouldn't be worried about incriminating photos getting pulled up unless they were like fucking on someone's 12 megapixel camera. And half the time it would be in low lighting, so like you couldn't see anything anyway. I don't know. It was just very different. It was very, very different. I feel like now people are just so worried about either someone getting mad and then posting something they shouldn't, or posting something that could be taken the wrong way, or doxing. Like, oh goodness, it's just a hot mess. I feel so bad for people that are like younger than, like Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Real talk, I feel horrible for them. I feel horrible for them because everywhere they go, they're straight up told like, everyone's watching you, everyone's judging you. Everything that you do isn't really private. And also, like, they got fucked over pretty freaking hard, too, by, like, the economy. Like, they're on the receiving end of so much shit. It's unfortunate. I feel so bad. Let's get out of that butt area. So if we lost federal mail system, privatized shipping would get so much more expensive. Yes. But would that also mean that the shipping that we are currently paying for like USPS isn't actually enough to cover the costs? Like, does the shipping prices that we currently have, like, is that what needs to change in order to make that system sustainable long term? Tried to kill it. They wanted to privatize everything, make everything as bad as American healthcare. There is there's some people over on this side of the border who are like, you know, America, like, privatizing everything is really smart, especially when it comes to healthcare, and I'm like, no. No, it's not. I'm like, both systems have pros and cons, don't fucking get me wrong. But if you have only one system, those cons can get really hard to negate. I'm like, you're almost better off having a base that everyone can have, and then adding additional privatized stuff on there for pay to play, if it means that much to you. Because damn. Like, everything privatized has just, it's so polarizing based off of how much money you make and what you can afford. Like, oh, our healthcare system in the States is so cool. It's so cool. Have no federal funding. So you have no... Then why can the feds shut you down, Grey One? Like, what's the system, like, situation from you, like, your point of view, since you're actually in there? What are you seeing the issue being? Costs aren't paid by the government. Our pension has to, by law, be fully funded. So USPS has started by the government, but it is self-funded. So, like, it's an extension of the government without the full perks of being an extension of the government. Like, it's only, like, adjacently linked, I guess? Is that what it is? So it's smart for people who want to get richer. Yes, absolutely. Gimme... Wait, no, I'm gonna go for your little face. Pardon me, Goody. Oh my god, dude. No, let me climb up there. Let me get on the tip of your nose! Don't run me into the wall! Okay. Going for the C4? Going for your neck? Perfect. By the way, it is an open session if anyone does want to join in. Is this not like, oh, it's not. I thought it was a wound. And not pay? At the end, yeah, it's... The world's in a very spicy spot. So spicy! Like this spicy boy right here. In your defense, you've had to learn too much about the government the last 10 years against your will. Hard to remember it all. Well, not only is it hard to remember it all, but it always freaking changes. I feel like everything's always updating and yearly being reassessed. And what works one year for insurance, for example, doesn't work the next year for insurance. And the codes change all the time. It's just... Some systems, I feel like, are created to be complicated intentionally. Yep. That's just how I feel. But either way, it's like we could bitch all we want about these things. There's nothing we can personally do on like an individual level, right? So it's like, unless you really try to take things into your own hands and try to get some legislation somehow put in on like a small level and then work your way up to a bigger level. Like how much swing does an individual person actually have to throw? We are all Luigi. Yeah. Streaming services too. Very much so. So it's like, what can we do? Fuck, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. I'm too strong to die. I'm too strong. I'm too strong. Too strong. Too strong. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I need to sharpen my hammer. Pardon. Pardon me. Pardon me. Thank you. Sharpen. It's not about the individual. It's about grouping. Yeah. Yep. Pirate's life is the life for me. You know, when I was a lot younger, I used to have such stark motherfucking convictions about things that I considered stealing. Like, even, like the game, I struggled the most with morally was Skyrim. Mother-ka-fucking Skyrim. Why? Because I felt so bad if I had to freaking steal something from a family, and I'm like, well, like, it got to the point where I was trading items. If I did have to steal something for like a mission that was canon or whatever, like, you know, one of the main story missions, I ended up putting something back. I was reverse stealing, right? I was putting something back of equal value because I felt bad. Dude, my guilty conscience is just on a fucking different plane. But I will say, as I've gotten older, that started to calm down a little bit. And now I'm just like, dude, I've realized how much they're stealing from us too. With certain things, of course. But yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. I definitely feel a lot less morally conflicted about things like pirating. Seriously? Try out Dr. Stone? I'm gonna. I've really been. How many seasons are there? What lets you buy music? Where? What? I want to know. It was a link or something, or it got taken as a link, so it didn't make it into the chat. Yeah, religious guild, totally. I remember you on Skyrim. You would sell shit and steal it. Oh my god. See, I could never. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to save my life, man. I just felt so bad. And now I'm just like, fuck it. Just fuck it. Eat the cracker, eat the cracker, eat the cracker. Girl, you got so lucky. Why were you not running? Just slaying a little bit. Yep, I know. Look, we grow up so fat. Oh, God. Oh, to be fair, I hit him pretty good on the face, too, so 2-for-1 special, maybe? La-na-na. Ooh. Shit. Fighting this tempered baddie on your own is a little hard. Did you know? Did you know it's a little difficult? Because I found that shit out. If you guys want to join in and help me with this hunt, by the way, you absolutely can. I will not judge you by any means. Where's he going? Grave robbing is just looting way, way later? I don't know if I would grave rob. That has a different sanctity to it. I couldn't do that. That one I'd be like, nah. That's a no. No for me, dog. But, I don't know. You heard Zoshia is scared of Sock? No. Zoshia's like, yo, look at this little guy over here. I'm like the little guy when it comes to Zoshia. Like, oh my god, I'm the one that's running and screaming. You love the idea of stealing something and leaving a fancy piece of cheese of equal. Oh my god, that's great. I love that. So when I was, oh shit. When I was playing D&D, I was trying to figure out some good characters that, like, you know, were like a little bit quirky but not too quirky. And one of the quirks that I came up with was if ever I had to steal, I would 100% have to replace it with equal value. And I'm like, that would get me into some shenanigans because I would be a rogue too. So like that would be my thing. Like I'd have to steal. What the fuck? Why am I spinning? But I'm like, what if it was something that was priceless? Like, what would I do? Be like, here's my kidney. There you go, buddy. You can have that in place. Oh. The cheese bandit strikes again. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, yo, this is some good ass cheese. I would be like, this is dope. So half of Skyrim is grave robbing crypts and fighting the dead owners. It is. Yeah. Yes, it is. Oh my god. Never really thought about it that way. If part of me is like trying to think, like, okay, let's say, oh no, I died, and then some necromancer comes out of the blue and brings me back up. What the fuck would you do? Right? What do you do? You'd be like, I can't go home. It's not my home anymore. I'd be like, oh shit, guys, I'm dead and homeless. Like, what do I do? I have nothing. I guess I have time to read all those books that I wanted to read before. Like, what do you do? Oh my god. Maybe if you're lucky, you still have some money in your pockets, but probably not. There's so much that you want to talk about. Post office, post-apocalyptic survival EMV, but A, I'm driving. B, typing on your phone is a pain. C, you might be outing yourself as a loony. Dude, I'm a loony too. You're good. Oh, I'm gonna die! Is this the right thing? No. No. Come on, me. Oh, I got so fucking lucky. I'm the luckiest girl in the universe. Do I even have... I don't know. How did you die? Would I still have my horribly morbid sense of humor? I hope so. Also, if you were raised from the dead and now you're alive again, can you die again? Could you be raised from the dead multiple times? Like, what are my limitations here? Do I feel pain? I don't want to feel pain. I have questions. Who is this necromancer? Is it the guy from Solo Leveling? Because, like, I would be on board with that one. I'd be like, all right, dope. Let's go. How reanimated are you? Alive and needing for food or other? I don't know, Helonian. Take your pick. You can choose. Because I don't know. So technically vampires are necromancers? Well, they do romance them neckies. That would, yep, that would be a thing. I'm gonna be careful over here. Ba-bum-ba-bum. I feel like if I was raised from the dead and I wasn't allowed to eat, like if my body couldn't handle food, I think I would be low-key kind of pissed. Real talk, eating delicious food is kind of like the only reason that I want to be alive. I have my priorities, damn it, and those priorities are edible. They're 100% edible. You telling me I can't eat no fucking Chicago-style pizza if I want to when I get to come back from the dead and calories may not hit the same? Like, excuse me? I want to motorboat 2 tiramisu cakes. Let me motorboat them. I've been dead. Ah. Your internet provider is really pissing you off? I mean, you could live the life of no internet. You could commit to the bit. Also, how long after you died? Because to get reported to the government, you have to have the funeral and be embalmed. Okay, let's say it's 5 years after you're dead. 5 years. Which is long enough, potentially, that if you had a spouse, they could have moved on. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. If Thoric moved on, one, I would be haunting him regardless if I died. He already knows that. It's already been accepted. I would 100% be haunting the fuck out of that man. Not even necessarily a bad way. But I would fucking be there. I want to watch the anime shows too, damn it. But if it was 5 years later and there was someone and I was dead and I couldn't be tried for murder, I'm just saying there'd be 2 new people to raise from the dead. Oh my god. Pope style pizza. Dude, that is wild. Oh my god. We're gonna be doing communion with Malort. Hell yeah. After playing guitar for years, you thought that you could learn to play piano, but it's not an easy instrument to pick up. I love it. I love it so much. How are you doing, Overworld? You won't comment? Unless you have to. I mean, okay. That's fine. Or commit unless you have to. Ghosts as lighthearted fun show for some hauntings. I mean, I think I would be a great ghost, okay? I would be so funny. I would be the best ghost to represent millennials, I think. And maybe not represent millennials as a whole, but as a millennial, I think it would be great. You wanna know why? You would go take a shower, and then the lights wouldn't be flickering. They wouldn't. If they did, they would just go into rave party mode. I would put everything in dance party, because let's be honest, everything's all LEDs anyway. But I would 100% with my ghosty skill set put a dick on your mirror in the shower. That would be my go-to. Like, ghosty dick. And I'd be like, I'm here. Oh. So how long does it take for embalmed bodies to decay? Or what if they were cremated? Well, if they're cremated, obviously there's nothing to bring back. Embalmed usually means that all of the fluids and stuff are gone. The bodies aren't preserved. I don't know. I mean, if you think of like old school necromancing, you could just come back as bone, in theory, right? Like skeleton army, like that. I feel like that should be an option. He accidentally fell down the stairs. Yeah, totally. But also, if you can bring people back from the dead, you imagine like bringing back like Tupac and be like, yo, who did it? Gotta know. Potato pizza might fit for that. Has sour cream on it. Has a hat? There's a pizza place in Chicago called Uno's, and they do something called pizza skins, and it's like the deep dish pizza crust, but it is full of mashed potatoes, and then it has the cheese on top, and then it has sour cream, bacon, and chives. I feel like that would totally be doable. Totes totally be doable. Come back here. Okay. Pianos are heavy. Plot twist. Hannah's already goes, dude. But then I couldn't eat good food. Oh my gosh. If I was a ghost, these are the things that I would do. I feel like I should just have a book, a log. That way people know. People know. If they're like, oh my god, is it Hannah? I'd be like, I don't know. Is it in the list? If it's in the list, then probably. I would 100% turn on people's game systems. I'd be like, excuse me, it is 6:30. You know what time it is? It's fucking game time. I'd be like, I would be doing that. I would... Oh, he's not leaving. I don't know why I thought he was, but it's okay. When they were making dinner, like if they were cooking, and they were putting salt and pepper in or something, oh, fuck you. That was some bullshittery. I would make sure that they seasoned the food enough. I would be like, oh no, more salt, oh no, more pepper. This is not gonna be the shittiest chicken you ever ate in your life. Be like, oh, what happened? All of your labels for some reason on your stuff is gone? And you're using paprika when you've never used paprika before? Wild. Oh, I gotta do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. You gotta put the thing away. Put it away. What the fuck? Put the weapon away. Oh, I hate you. I hate you so much. No. I'm kind of alive. Kind of. That was unfortunate. Fuck you! What? Oh, Hannah confirmed. Watching people shower burp. I mean, if it was my husband, you bet your ass. You bet your ass I would be creeping on him.
I'm glad you're all right.
1,000,000%. I'd be like, I'm gonna look at this butt as many times as I can until this booty's gone. I'd be like, also, you're not allowed to ever move. Ever. You have to stay here for all of eternity. I don't care. It wouldn't happen. And if you try to move, it would just be like, no, come back, and finger rating on the mirror. Like, stop it. But anytime there'd be a showing of the house, oh, I'd haunt the fuck out of that. I'd be like, no one's gonna buy it. No one's gonna buy this house. You're stuck here. You're stuck here. Always freaking do it. It'd be a good time. I think it would be a great time, in fact. I would be a good ghost. You know, I wouldn't be doing all the woos. You know what? I would be so kind of a ghost that on hot days, I would make sure to change the temperature of the air around you so it got a little cold. You know, that way your electricity bill doesn't even go up that bad. Like, you know, look at me. I'm doing nice things. It's like, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. Be perfect. I would keep all the other ghosts at bay. Why? Because I would eat them. I don't know if a ghost could eat another ghost, but you want to know what? I would fucking try. I would be like, nope, absorbed. You're moving 30 minutes west of Chicago? What? Are you gonna be like Schaumburg? Where you going? Send me a message. I totally can help you. Also, absolutely 1,000,000%. Hit up a Portillo's. That should be the first thing you do. Get a Portillo's, get a big beef, get it wet, get some chocolate cake, because they got really good chocolate cake. Really good. Oh man, the french fries, everything's solid. Solid. Start there, and then you want to hit up Giordano's. You won't have Illuminati's, because Illuminati's will mainly be towards the city. But yeah, good stuff. Maybe ghost food is better than physical food? Is it because the calories don't stick? Like, is that why? Because honestly, I'd rather have the human food. Can I have cheese if I'm a ghost? Or do I still get stinky poots? I need to know. It's important. Oh, I thought he just intentionally rolled over for a second. Haunt a prison? Maximum fuckery. You know? With the amount of people that have probably, like, you know, crossed that threshold in a prison, I wouldn't be surprised. Isn't that like a thing? Like, common thing, like old prisons are like the ones that have like ghost tours and stuff. Boink. She'll save your life. When you leave, I would! It would be perfect! It would be so good! It would be so helpful! I would- oh, fuck me up, I'm gonna- oh, no, stop it! Recover! Get me out. Ghost eats ghosts in Bleach? Oh, well, if that's the case, I absolutely would eat other ghosts. I'd be like, biatch, get over here. Mama's hungry. And then I would just, like, absorb that. If I absorbed it, would I, like, gain new, oh, fuck, new ghost skills? Would that be a thing? Come on, Hannah. Where thing? Where thing? No thing? No thing? What the fuck? That was some bullshit. Absolute bullshittery to the Maximus. Oh god, I didn't restock on my crackies. Okay. Ah! I got scared. Sorry, I got scared. You're actually in the middle of giving away the furniture you're not taking? Oh. Oh, do your thing. Do your thing. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy. Congratulations, by the way. Congrats on your move. You'll know she's mad at you when you leave the house and she turns on all the faucets. I wouldn't necessarily, like, turn on all the faucets. If I was mad at you, depending on who you were, of course. We'll just always use my husband as an example, because it's a perfect one, right? He likes the colder showers. Fuck, I need to go back. We need food. There's no way. There's no way. Go back to your home. Go back to base, girl. I would make the shower scalding hot. And then get freaking cold. And then scalding hot again. Yep, that's what I would do. I would fuck with all of the temperatures of things. It'd be perfect. A love seat with ass imprints? Oh, isn't that just like the dream? To have a love seat with ass imprints? Be like, oh, this is great. Love that for me. Okay, transfer items, yes. Restock. This is what I needed. And then... Me no eat here? I can no eat? It's okay. I just eat this. Problem solved. And nom 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 noms. Okay. On we go! Think of the Pac-Man episode from Secret Love? Oh! That was such a unique episode. I actually really liked that one. That was solid. I also, of course, love the 40K one. That was great. That was absolutely great. Yes, they'd really want it. I mean, they probably would. They probably would. Potentially hang out in his dreams? I mean, that's a dangerous place to be. I don't know. What if I saw something I wouldn't like? Oh yeah, then I'd be like, and now you're falling off a cliff, blah-blah. Could I control the dreams or could I only, like, view them? Could they see me in dreams? You think I should try Claire Obscura at least once? I think I should too. It sounds cool. That sounds super up my alley. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to break your legs. Okay, if you can stay still though. Man, he did me so dirty, not giving me any places to hide. That was so mean. It was cruel. Through the arms. Okay, I am frozen. I don't like being frozen. Dude, he's such a big dude. He's guy. I mean, kinda cute though. Am I climbing him? No. If I could, that would be interesting. They added the dynamic where you can actually just like manually parkour the shit out of these things. Let you actually like jump. I feel like with someone this size, it would be pretty beneficial to have that ability. So you think of it like orc lore? That you might be able to control their dreams? If fuck you again? Giant ass chunk! Save me! Okay. If I can control someone else's dreams, I think that would be really, really wild. I would make sure that they have the best, enjoyable, craziest, randomest dreams in their fucking life. I'd be like a cocktail mixologist of dreams at that point. I'd be like, oh, what are you feeling today? Like, you know, I'll make you a special dream just for you because I can lose a dream and you can't, bitch. Also, I'm dead. But like, you know, I'd be like, okay, here we go. Let's fucking go for it. I'd be like, you want to go talk to your auntie? I can bring her in for you. I can set up a meet and greet. That's fine. Oh, fuck this dude. No, you don't. No, you don't. You fucking hoe. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did. Okay, note to self. Your girl is not gonna solo that guy. Not yet, not yet. I need to upgrade my chest armor before I go back into that one, I think. Ghost harem? Oh, hell no, he can only me. I will be the only female in any of his dreams. Absolutely, unless they related to him. No harem. Nuh-uh-uh. God, that guy killed me. He killed me something fierce. Good lord. I just got big bullied. Well. Oh. That was something. Shit. Okay, I need to see something. We have daytime plenty there. Options. No. We have this one. This is time-oriented too. Forced Shagma. And then we have the glasses. Let's do this one since we're already here. Okay. Active during fallow. Let's go make it fallow! Hello. I also probably should actually eat too. Grill a meal. Feed me. You would need to leave anime playing 24/7 on a TV. He does that for Mochi anyway. He does that for our kitty baby. Our kitty baby has watched through so many playthroughs of video games that I'm pretty sure that she could firsthand do a walkthrough. Like, I bet she's a speed runner at this point. She's watched so much, like, Yoshi and frickin' Luigi's Mansion. She's watched everything. Tons of Nintendo stuff. I'm trying to think what else she watches Asmongold all the time. There's a lot of Asmongold on there, so a little bit of brain rot, just a wee bit, not too bad. Yeah, it's, I think I would fit right in. I'd be like, okay. Squeaks. She watches Squeaks. She likes that too. Mochi watches a lot of TV. Actually, that was one of the few things. Oh, I didn't change the goddamn cycle. That I used to make fun of him about a little bit. So, why do you think Asmongold is terrible? What about it as a person? So, what you need to give me like specific examples. What about his like what viewpoints do you not agree with? How many butt stabbed? I got two booties. No, one booty. But it was a good one. It was a good booty. It was like well worth it. Palico rest. Okay, we need fallow. And they didn't give me a time, so I guess no change on the time. We'll just sort it out. I don't know when this guy's gonna come out otherwise, but whatever. Nick Cage, how you doing? You doing well? You chilling? You chilling like a villain? Okay, let's go in. Oh, it was like my little loading bar stopped for a second. Made me a little worried. Boink. Okay, We're in Fallow. So we're looking for this dude. Is he on the map already, or will I just have to find him? Maybe? You got a job? Cool, what kind of job is it? Congratulations! Congrats! Ooh, you're not over here. You haven't showed up, but it did say by Kunafa, so it would be over here. There we go. See that? I did good. I did good. You hear a bunch of crazy shit from him and try to be edgy. Seems to live in filth, doesn't clean up after himself. Okay. Thing number 1. Have you actually sat through and watched one of his streams? Or have you only seen clips? 2, he lives a lot less in filth now than he used to. He always has. It's just kind of who he is. Does he expect other people to live the same way he does? Absolutely not. Has he made comments on that before? Yes. But yeah, there was definitely one stream where I think there was a rogue cockroach where they're like, oh, but I don't think he doesn't do it for the reaction. He is just like that. I don't think that makes him a bad person though, you know? Dude, you just freaking poisoned the shit out of me. It's been more than a year. I know, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I hope you really like the freaking job and it's a good fit for you and that you're happy where you're at. Oh my god, stop running me over, Mr. Noodle Butt. Why is your butt so pooky? And it's stretchy? Don't talk. That's so weird. That's so weird. We're gonna have to talk about that later. Okay, that's fine. Happy that I freaking found you, though. Okay, got dash extract. Because he's so spicy? He's so speedy? With his little jump rope nub. It kind of looks like a possum booty, does it not? Is it not like, oh, and he flashed. Oh my god. He uses it like a whip. It is kind of like a Pookie. He's pretty Pookie. Okay, let's see if we can, is that a spot on his under booty? Can I soften it? I feel like I should be able to. Oh my goodness. Like, it looks like it's almost a wound. Almost. I'm gonna try hard. Hold on. I got it. I got it! And then he flashed me before shaking his butt at me. Dude, he is hardcore shaking that bum. Like, low-key, get it, man. Get it. So you watch very few streamers. Just too much content versus hours in day in life? Okay. So the only time that you ever hear about him is when he has bad takes on things. And then DeFranco... See, I'm not familiar with DeFranco. So I can't make any claim on that. But I will say, I actually watch a good amount of his streams. And I, just like any person in the world, right? Me included. I have hot takes, and some of my hot takes are good, and some of my hot takes are bad. But if there is one thing that I really respect about Asmongold as a person, he doesn't claim to know something without doing research. And he also isn't so steadfast in his opinions that, like, he will go down with the ship or he won't change his mind. When he has conversations about things, because he does talk about a lot, especially, like, political. Don't get me wrong. A lot of that can get annoying after a while. I don't like to indulge in political content too much. But he will actually bring up studies and data and stuff like that, too. And he wants to just generally have a conversation about it instead of being like, what I'm saying is fact and you can fuck yourself. I mean, he might say that for like the rage bait for the clips because he does farm content, if you know what I mean. But he's not crazy. Like, he's not, oh shit, I wasn't dead! I was like, why can't I carve? I got so confused. Most of his stuff is pretty close. I will say some of his hot takes are abrasive, but they aren't necessarily wrong either, which is interesting. So, if you, I would recommend, if you do have such a strong opinion on him, that maybe you should watch some of his stuff to see if that strong opinion is actually justified. Just because clips can be very deceiving. As a streamer. Shit, half the stuff I say out of context can sound real bad. Because you can do that to anyone. So ironically, you find Asmongold's personality and community somehow less problematic and voice criticals. I agree with that. I do agree with that. And he's also not afraid to call out people on their bullshit. He went toe-to-toe with Elon. To the point where Elon was posting screenshots trying to be like, oh yeah, you call yourself a gamer? Because he was like, hey dude, like if you're gonna try to buy your PO, whatever you're ranking, he's like, you should probably do it a little bit better than that. Like, and then you got, yeah, anyway, so he stands behind what he says, action-wise, which is something I do appreciate. I think some of Asmon's takes are solidly against or like strongly agree. Yeah, absolutely. I think the reason that his clips a lot of the times do go viral for some stuff that gets people mad is his phrasing can be abrasive. Like, he's very cut and dry sometimes, and there's ways to phrase things better, but the meaning would still be the same. Like, for example, there was like a time, a long time ago, a good while ago, where Asmongold was getting heat because he was saying that, hey, if you're a streamer who's getting less than like, 50 or 500 average viewers, like, why are you even trying? Like, there's no point. Like, this isn't gonna be something that's a career kind of thing. And a lot of people were really, like, they took it offensively. They're just like, hey, we're part of the community too, and are they wrong? No. But is he right still? Yes. He's saying that you won't be able to financially support yourself as a full-time streamer unless your average is in that range. That is completely true. From one streamer who has numbers, and look at that, like, it's right. He's totally right. You can't. It's not a viable career at that point, which was the point that he was making. Not so much that, like, it wouldn't be worth doing anything in general. It's just, it wouldn't be worth trying to pursue that full time. So stuff like that with Asmon, I can understand why people do get as upset as they do. But also, he's not wrong with a lot of it, or at least from my point of view. It's just, his delivery needs to be softened. A wee bit. A wee bit. Okay, so here we go. But yeah, I don't think he's a bad human. I think he probably does. Now this is a hot take. If you're asking me who I would consider, like, stream-wise, like another streamer who would be considered like, hey, based off of the content that I've watched, you are absolutely someone I would not trust at all. Like, you are someone that I think would make consistently the bad decisions over and over again. I would pick Hassan. Like, if I was going to judge someone's character based off of their stream, just because of how consistently their streams are, I would say, you know what? I think after this amount of time, it's safe to make an assumption about this person, and it would be Hassan. Asmon, though, I don't think I would throw him in that category. Because while he's right on a lot of the topics, he does not use his platform to hurt groups of people. I don't think that would be something that he would do. So context also matters in what he says, because in some ways it can be taken very much as a yes, 100% agree with you. But you imagine that he was speaking very generally. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is like, in any conversation, you could be talking about something very generally, and that obviously leaves out, like, it makes the person watching it have to fill in some of the blanks, but depending on what your knowledge level is in that topic, it's not hard to fill in those blanks. Like, you obviously know what this person is trying to convey. But if you're also looking for something to be like, this is triggering, then it's really easy to not fill in those blanks to see like, well, they didn't say that this is okay, so like you're saying that this is what the stance is, and it's like that was totally missing the point. But there's stuff like that. Yeah, you'd avoid him. His personality causes you a lot of yeah, got it. So you can't stand people who are capable of being hypocritical. And he's a very high risk of being hypocrite in your eyes. Understandable. Hello, Kara. How are you doing? So this is why you prefer VTuber stuff off of Twitch? So it's more chaotic fun and less real life issues. But damn, VTuber drama hits your TikTok feed? Is there a lot? I don't know anything about, like, is there a lot of VTuber drama? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I don't know much about VTubers in general. I'm not on that side of TikTok. I'm on the house interior decorating TikTok. Oh my god. So crazy. So crazy. But yeah, so what's going on with that? What's the issue? How do they have drama? Like, I mean, I guess it would be the same with any streamer. It's just not their outward, you know, look. But is it just like gossip shit? Is that what it is? VTubers are people too, but a lot of corporate stuff avoids political Very, very true. Yes. And that's the thing too. If ever you're anyone in a political climate, it's a very different climate to be in. That's all I'm gonna say. Voobers? I'm gonna start calling them Voobers. Voobers can 100% be drama. So who are the bigger VTubers? I've heard of Iron Mouse. I've never watched Iron Mouse's content though. But I think it's just because like I don't know when they stream or anything. But that's the only one that I'm really like somewhat familiar with, I guess. I was supposed to talk to Zato. Where the fuck's Zato at? Zato! Where are you at? I don't know. We have got another one in the Scarlet Forest to do. Don't talk to me. I don't know you. We're gonna go here. We'll go to base camp. Okay. So a recent one is a VTuber fucked over her friend by making an artist exclusive, stopping a bunch of people from getting avatars. Okay. A lot more creative drama because of the art. So that, I guess that would make sense. Especially if it comes to like exclusivity. But if you can, if they can pay enough to make an artist exclusive though, I mean, it's beneficial for the artist. Interesting. So a lot of stuff can be deception too, with people feeling braver to fake a chronic illness. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. That didn't even cross my mind at all. Interesting. That's kind of sketch. So you're not someone who really watches VTubers? That's the only one that you do is Shy, and that's because I've known her before she started. I do. I watch Shy. I love Shy. Shy's fantastic. Well, also, Shy's personality is so big that I almost feel like a VTuber situation is the best one for her, because it could just match the chaos so well. Does that make sense? So Iron Mouse has nice music. Iron Mouse makes music? I had no idea. On Spotify? A lot of VTubers sing? Oh. Boobies? Boobers? I called Voobers. They're now Voobers. Their chat tends to be, hit weird, depending on... That is one thing I get kind of uncomfortable about. With VTubers, there's obviously no age. It's kind of the same thing of like anime, right? Some you can definitely tell are more mature than others. But how people talk about them in chat can be really creepy. Like, incredibly freaking creepy. Concerningly so. And I feel like there needs to be some better way to like moderate that shit out. Because that shouldn't be there. That shouldn't be there. Ironically on YouTube. So Iron Mouse is the most popular in Twitch. And fairly big still. So who's the biggest one on YouTube then? Half of them are boobies? That's also true. So it's because they're friends. Okay, causes their friends to get their orders canceled. They want sold art style, so it's super messed up. Yeah, if it makes them cancel the pre-existing, like, that does seem a little cock-blocky. So most people are good eggs. I do agree. But always a couple bad eggs to ruin it for everyone else. That makes sense. So what are VTubers? I can't tell if you're being serious or if you actually want to elaborate. I can elaborate if you want. We'll say that. I prefer a VTuber clips. Through like an anime from afar. Some of the clips are fucking hilarious. There is a VTuber. I don't know their name. I also don't know their platform. But I can tell you their biggest identifying feature. They have eyeballs. And they're like cockeyed and wonky. It is the definition of just like wonky chaos creature. But it's like a child looking thing. Like she looks more chibi. But yeah, definitely chaos gremlin energy. The clips are fucking hilarious though. That's all I really know. So VTubers. VTubers are people who like stream like me, but instead of me being here, it's like an avatar. So some sort of figure. Like if you ever watch Shy stream, she is a possum. A little possum princess. Sorry, she's not a princess though. But there's stuff like that. And then usually their facial features will mirror in their avatar as well. So it looks like they're talking. And sometimes they're more emotive, and usually the more expensive VTuber rigs, you know, their hair will move when they move, and it's pretty much a just version or image of who or what they want to be portrayed as. Some of them can be super chaos, like Cthulhu. It doesn't have to be a person or a human or an animal. It could be anything. It could literally be anything. It could be a plastic bag. Looks like Guargora was actually the biggest, but she retired at the end of April and started my interesting. That's her gremlin mode. Does she have a gremlin mode? She recently embraced it, and you think her name is Chibi. Oh my god, that's so funny. So they have 2 models? That's fun. I had no idea. I don't know how that works. Oh, okay, you've seen them around? Awesome. So Cottontail is a hentai VA. She sings pretty well. See, that's the other thing too. So like, some of that stuff, like, I guess it brings into like Twitch TOS into question, right? So obviously there's rules and regulations on what clothes I, as a female streamer, can wear on stream and what context I bring into the stream, right? For example, if it's a hot tub stream, there's the context of I'm next to water. So at that point, I can wear a bikini top. However, if I'm not near water, there's no context, and it's just me wearing a bikini top. That's enough to be banned. So when you have crossing over from like fetish stuff or hentai into like a VTuber model, and a lot of those models are a little bit more on the lewd side, it's like, where do the rules, how far should these rules extend on a platform that is available to people that are 13, right? So it's just like a weird, there's so much gray area in Twitch that honestly, I don't know. I'm just so happy it doesn't apply to me, because like, it's just, I'm a different vibe. I look like I just mopped my house. And that's because the shirt's really comfy. And I have my hair in a bun. Like, I don't have that, I'm a gremlin girl. I'm not looking for that attention. So, and that would be like saying that if you had big old titties, right, that you are looking for that attention, because you're not. You can't control how big those things are. I just got nerfed. That's fine. But yeah, it's just like, how do you should it even be controlled? I don't know. What if, maybe if Is that what they tried to fix by putting the like the categories? Not like the main categories. When you start streaming, it's like they have. I'm gonna look it up so I don't tell you something wrong. Content classifications. So you can put things like political sensitive issues, drugs intoxication, excessive tobacco use, gambling, mature rated games, which is grayed out, which is interesting, significant profanity or vulgarity, sexual themes, violent and graphic depictions. Because, okay, so if they have those as labels that you can use, how far can you take that content, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you have sexual mature language or whatever, that crossed a few of them. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, could you have a super lewd VTuber and would that be okay because you label it as such? Or would it still go against TOS? Because, like, the context may not be there. I don't know how this shit works, man. I'm so happy I don't run Twitch because I would be struggling. Dude, there's just so many eggs to keep in your basket. Like, I'd be like, my basket's full of holes. Although my pockets would be full of money. But, like, you know, it would be hard. It would be very hard. I don't know. Perhaps you should change your name to Saturday Saki, since you stream on Saturdays. Well, that's the other thing, too, is, like, coming up to this move, my schedule, like, all next week, I can't stream on Monday or Wednesday. So I'm trying to figure out if... I'll probably put a vote in the Discord on what hours, schedule-wise, would be better. I might throw in an evening stream, depending, but it'll still be kind of hard because I'm in a weird situation with that, with this house. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it might change a little bit. So Takada Hara from Dragon Ball Z Bridge became a VTuber and had a lot of others like this. He even runs a digital bar. Oh, digital bar? Hold on, what is that? Tell me that. Okay, you tell me about that. I need to figure out where this fucking Tashagma is. Absolutely vital expansion. Yeah, go catch him on one before he gets tempted to do it. Where the fuck is this Doshagma? Let's find him. Let's see if there's one right now. Okay, but it has to be tempered. These aren't tempered. There's this tempered bad boy. This one has bonus rewards. If I do here. Okay. Do I get to see when a tempered one shows up? Is there even a temp? Wow, that's a lot of them. You can create a quest for multiple targets. That's nice. Look at that. We're gonna just do this. This looks fucking dope. If anyone wants to hop in here and do this one, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Failed to get information. Never mind. What do you mean failed to get information? Why? I want two of them. How do you add two to a questicle? How many can you add to a quest? Can I just go here beating everything up until it says quest begins and then I could just beat everything up and then kill everything simultaneously? Is that a thing? Is that how you do that? How do I add? Do you guys know? Am I just very confused? I might just be very confused. I find that some of the camaraderie and business relationships in VTuber sphere is really interesting because you're, okay, so it can be very supportive in some cases. And then you can have VTubers, artists, indie VTubers who are also artists and genuinely respect and appreciate the ones in the art sphere. Okay. And there has to be some artist drama too, purely because of poor rigging systems. Oh yeah, obviously. Quality, I'm sure, is a major issue. There's a VTuber wiki? Damn. Maybe it left? Maybe the quest is gone? Okay, so his bar is the Weary 101. The backdrop set, okay, piece to allow others on stream. You even had some where he went to college. So it's just mainly a backdrop. So it's not like a thing that's not on stream itself. That's a pretty flower. Okay, I feel like I need to change maybe the season. We're gonna change the season. You're confused? I'm confused. We confused. Am I even going right to the... I'm going to the wrong place. That's Mitsu. Fuck you, Mitsu. I'm gonna beat you up. Out of spite. Get over here, big boy. Yeah. Oh my god, you're so strong. Yeah. Watch the vids. Only way to properly understand. Fair enough. I feel like at this point there just needs to be like a whole situation. But like a VTuber bar sounds interesting. Like if it was actually in a VTuber space, and like instead of cocktails, you gave like VTuber accessories, and other people could make their own avatars within the space, and then like sit at your bar and talk to you. Like that would be cool. But that just sounds like just a virtual space. You know what I mean? So many bubbles. Let me hit your neck. Let me hit it. Boom. Yeah, it's just VR chat. Exactly. So at that point, it's just like, oh, okay. You're just pretending to be at a bar when you could also just be at a bar. I don't know. Yeah. It worked better in my mind. Oh, face is red for a second. Hit it. Hit it. Thank you. You had one job and now you did it. Makes me happy. Sometimes he has like 7 people on, so I assume they're all VTubers as well. That's kind of cool. So if their model is rigged or made to be 3D, they can also exist in VR chat space. That's cool. You know, if there's one thing that I guess was a really interesting aspect of COVID, it was that a lot of people really leaned into VR way more. I thought that was cool. It was nice. It definitely pushed that style of interaction. You know, I had a conversation with my dude yesterday. Oh, actually, it might have been the other day. Anyway, the conversation was, what aspect of modern technology would have blown your fucking mind as a kid? And the one that I had picked was VR. If I took 10-year-old me and was like, hey, this is VR and now you're a Viking on a ship, or now you're in space, or like anything, or here's zombies gonna munch your biscuits, it would have just blown my fucking socks off. Absolutely. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so used to a landline telephone and all the buttons light up that weird shade of green. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nuts. Just absolutely nuts to me. But so cool. But I was wondering, what kind of things about tech would have surprised you guys the most? Are you in the same boat? Do you also think VR, or would internet in general have just been the thing where you're just like, oh my god? What's the most Star Trek shit we got? Because phones from 2025? Oh yeah, exactly. Phones would be insane. I mean, just the size of phones. The screens? The video, like the handheld games when everyone was playing Snake? Like, be wild. Wireless charging. Ooh. I didn't even think about that. Maybe even the 3DS. 3DS would make, yeah, anything like that. How small TVs are now. Like how thin. And how clear they are and the colors on them. OLED? I'd be like, what? Like, it would just, I would be speechless. I would be so speechless. Shit, man. When I went to the dentist, you know what they did? They scanned my teeth. They didn't just take x-rays. They took a camera and scanned my teeth. And I was like, that's new. Like, oh, I've never seen that before. Because unless you have content to consume. I mean, internet, I guess that's true. It's like, what are you gonna do? Google? Having a search engine that just happens, oh, ChatGPT? Having something that just knows everything? Like, what? I'd be like, that's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. 8K TVs. I'd be like, what do you mean? What's a K? Still over here, like, used to fucking tube tellies. Like, how many gigabytes games take? Oh my god. Just show them Grand Theft Auto 5. You're like, here you go, man. Google Maps being 3D. I didn't even think about that one. It would be, how crazy, right? Like, just in our lifetime, how much things have changed. Floppy disks? Yeah. Floppy disks were definitely a fucking thing. I remember that my dad had a synthesizer keyboard that saved to a floppy disk, and that was like a big deal. Like, oh my god, you can actually record music directly off of your keyboard onto a floppy disk. Like, what? What? Paper maps to travel? Yeah, versus something that just tells you where to go. Verbally. And for the most part, somewhat accurately. I remember when, like, the first GPS started to, like, really happen. Like, we had the TomTom and the Garmin, and they were so expensive. So expensive, and not even that reliable. It was just nothing but rerouting. Playing Doom 2016 with gory kills, pearl clutches. Yes.
I set a bomb.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm so happy I didn't just swing my hammer at that. That would have been a little spicy. Barbarian, go for it. Oh, or anyone can. You go for it. Yeah, I'm ready. We shooting? Am I going? Okay, I'm just gonna... That was so pretty. The Sakura ones are so cute. Pokemon game graphics? Shit, man. That would, yeah, Pokemon... You know what Pokemon aspect I would show myself? Pokemon Go. I'd be like, look, you can actually go and like catch them now. I wouldn't have even known what to do with that knowledge. I'd be like, what? You can go out into the world and get Pokemon? The whole having a computer in your home, an electronic calculator. Oh yeah, you'll never have a calculator in the palm of your hand. No, fuck you. Tell myself, honey, you can, and you will, and you do. Like, completely different. What YouTube is. Oh yeah, you can learn everything pretty much online. That would be a huge thing too. It was just like, huh. Honestly, any modern handheld would just be huge because they're all backlit. An old Game Boy. Oh yeah, you need like worm lights and shit. That would be crazy. I didn't even think about that, like that contrast. You always tried to explain to your kids how we used to only be able to use books to do research papers. Yeah, or you had to go to the library. You had to go into archives, like the fuck? The fuck are archives? Your watch has more power than your first 5 computers. That's mind-blowing. Also, what kind of watch do you have? I'm just curious. PC lighting, glass cases. There's just so many things about, I guess, where we are in world, right? That as a kid, I just couldn't even comprehend if I wanted to. Ever comprehend that. Kindle would be sorcery for someone who loved reading books? Oh, absolutely.
Amazing as always.
Uber Eats? You're telling me that food and items, I guess, could just get delivered to me wherever I am? I'd be like, what is this? Like, oh my god, like... That would blow my mind. Accessibility of things. Amazon 2-day shipping. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Almost as crazy as being, like, if I told myself, my young baby Hannah, how much an iPhone 16 Pro Max is, I'm pretty sure little me would shit my pants. Be like, what? Be like, I can never afford that. Ever. And be like, yeah, there you go. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Okay, so now I got those two. Let's go back. Where did we end up? Oh my gosh.
A potential target has appeared. Check your map when you're ready.
Well, which one is it? Who this bitch? Who dis bitches? That was a good sentence. Good job, me. I'm in the hole. Trying to see if I could find that freaking fish. Probably not. It'd be cool. What? Have I been here? I don't know if I've been here. This looks different. Have I not been here? I haven't been here. Hey, there's a coin. Give me that coin.
This is.
Air fryer would be huge. Star Wars being at 9 movies. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you right on that one. That would be pretty strange. Yeah. The Star Wars franchise still happening. That they actually can do holograms and like the gorillas and Tupac, Michael Jackson, kind of still perform in person in an odd way. I don't know if kids could fully appreciate it, but game changer for the air fryer. I'd be like, yo, those Dino Chicken Nuggies, like, oh, they're gonna be top tier. Top fucking tier. So perfect. Superhero movies being good. Avatar movies, just like the quality of the CGI with those, that would probably seem insane. Where am I going now? Am I dropping down? Why am I up in this tree? Did I trap myself? Oh, and then I die. That's pretty much how it would go. A lot of modern movies would fall into the category of CGI. Yeah, you know, you're probably right. You're probably right. Which isn't like... It's not a bad thing, but it is an interesting thing, I guess, to think about. Like, good God. I remember the first movie that had, like, CGI that blew my face off was Lord of the Rings. I was like, oh my God, it looks so real. And when I found out that they had, like, duplicated all the orcs and stuff, I was just like, oh my God. I was like, how did this even happen? Salt nuggies? All them nugs, man. Nugs, not trugs. Movies not taking over a year to buy now? True. I mean, even be able to have those movies in your home and being able to see them in quality. Good sound systems and headphones would probably be surprising too when you're used to a Walkman. Like,
Can't forget supplies.
The Hobbit was more CGI. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay, so let's change the time here, maybe? Do. I think we're in fallow right. No, we're in daytime downpour. Is that inclemency? Which section is that? I don't know what inclemency is. Is that? I'm gonna try it. We'll do daytime. I want to fight things when I can see them. Laser disc. Oh my goodness. Video games, though. Video games would probably blow my mind. I'm trying to think which game would probably break my brain the most, and I think it would be Cyberpunk. I think if I saw Cyberpunk and, like, saw the different textures and reflections on everything, I think that one would really make me feel away. I'd be like, oh my God. Downpour isn't good. God damn it. Well, let's see if we have that, we've got some sort of stuff in here. What do we have? We're still looking for the tempered doshagma. Okay, not here. Okay. Dang. Diablo 2? Having the graphics, is it? Okay, so what thing would you, I guess, be the most surprised about how much it hasn't changed? Is there anything that you feel like should have gotten better or changed or expanded, but just hasn't? Where you'd be like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. Like, is there anything like that? I feel like there has to be. There has to be. Just knowing how Spotify is would probably blow your. Oh god, yeah, Spotify DJ. I'd be like, oh my god. Okay, we'll do plenty. When Ralph Baskey did the animated version of Lord of the Rings, that blew your mind. Are you talking about the one that just came out? The one where it's like the Riders of Rohan or something? Diablo 2 having the graphics it has today. Where's my hoverboard? I mean, they do have a version of hoverboards, but they're not the same. They're not the same expectation. Scripted AI for things? Deep fakes. Yeah, the videos. The videos of things would probably blow my fucking mind. Got tempered Congalala. No flying cars. You thought there'd be flying cars? That makes me smile. It does. It does, it does, it does. See, can we do it now? We can. Let's fucking go. Wait. Did I actually select it? Did I? Let's try it. Let's fucking go. Hop on in. Punch some stuff in the butt. Doesn't say my quest was started. Oh no, I have to go back and then I have to start with her, right? Hold on. Hi, how are you? Oh, hi. How are you doing? Doing good. There you go. Yee, I did it. The Back to the Future lied to us? The Jetsons. The Jetsons definitely lied. I thought... Real talk. Healthcare would be way better than it is now. Like, I don't know. I just thought they would have quick solutions and, like, totally moved away from anything that deals with needles. I just thought there'd be no more needles that hurt. I didn't like needles. Can you tell? I thought those would be gone. I thought that maybe people wouldn't have to, like, actually go through the whole process of, like, childbirth anymore either. I was like, maybe they don't have to. Like, maybe they're just, you know, maybe everything is in pods now and women don't have to, like, blow up for 9 months. No, we haven't figured that one out either. Nope, nope, nope. Batteries being small? Oh, shit. That's just so gross, man. Being an adult would be so hard? It is definitely way harder than I thought it would be. I also thought that learning how to do your taxes wouldn't be as bad as having to learn how to do your taxes. Man, that shit sucks. Electricity is still a problem. Yes. It is still a problem. I thought that there would be much more preventative things. Like, everyone would always be skinny and in shape because, like, the food quality would be better. But also the food quality would be tastier. Like, they would find a way to make healthy food taste good. Yeah, you would have to pay for a person to carry it. That's very fair. The idea of 40K? Oh my god. Yeah, like, that would be the thing. As a kid, I wanted to eat nothing but, like, fucking Chef Boyardee. Oh my god, so good. Why have we not figured out how to make calories not count? Oh wait, we have a Ozempic now, I guess, like, in an odd way. Kinda, but not in the way that I thought. I thought we'd find some mystical metal that just would never bend or, like, break and it would be indestructible, but, like, putty. Like, I don't know. I thought we would find new alien materials. We have not. We do have a way to work out a lot. I mean, yeah. What I didn't think is that eggs would be so fucking expensive. Or that housing would be so expensive. We call that metal stupidity. It does not bend or break. Didn't they have something somewhat similar? It was like an alloy And they used it for like glasses or something. So like that the sides of your glasses, like they could get bent out of shape, but they didn't actually like break or cause serious damage afterwards. There's 4 heliums. There's a bunch of different types of helium. And the reason I know that is because when I worked in cryogenic, a lot of the helium that we dealt with was helium-4. But yeah, we did the liquid nitrogen, liquid helium, neon. Oh, we worked with the cryogenic gases. There you go. That's probably a better way to word things. But I found out there's a whole bunch of them. I had no idea. The moon has it? It's heavy. It's some dense shit. Where are my aliens? Yeah, where's all these like black holes? I thought we would be living underwater. We don't. And also, if anything, now I'm more afraid of living underwater because underwater is scary, man. I don't know. We don't know enough. I don't want to go underwater. No, Blood, thank you for the follow. Do they think the H3 is gonna be a fuel source? I don't know. Anytime that you have to keep a fuel source under cryogenic conditions doesn't make it a viable long-term solution for a fuel source. It wouldn't be. The amount of fucking material to maintain that is nuts. We're talking cryogenic dewars that can handle the amount. You have to have level sensors that can sense how much cryogenic fluid is in there. Highly combustible. If it got released from its liquid form, it would be incredibly toxic, and people would die if it opened. That amount of helium mixed with oxygen, real bad, real bad. I had to learn all about that kind of stuff, the risks of dealing with cryogenic fluids and gases, when I worked there. And like you can't be pregnant and around it at all. That's a hard no. Space is cold, yeah, but if you're trying to pull things from space to use on Earth, imagine how much that shipping is gonna cost. Gonna be a lot. Talk about a tariff. Oh, for space travel? I mean, maybe. That might work for something like that, but it wouldn't be like a common fuel source. I thought you were talking about like a common one. I was like, there's no way that's replacing gasoline, I'll tell you what. I definitely thought we would have seen and talked to confirmed aliens at this point. Totally wrong on that. I thought Victoria Beckham was gonna take over the world. Did she? Not really. Maybe it's up for debate. She did pretty good. Maybe we just don't know yet, but I thought we would have known. Like, I thought it would be a situation like freaking Futurama, where it's just part of society. I thought it would just be part of society, and everyone's like, oh yeah, or alien overlords. I didn't think they would necessarily be overlords, but like, I thought that we would have some sort of televised event, like, oh my god, we have aliens, here is one of them, his name is Greg. Like, I don't know. That's what I was expecting. You thought there'd be less assholes to each other? Fair. Oh my god, aliens are controlling us? What do you mean? In the shadows. I mean, I haven't seen one in person, and if I haven't seen it, it doesn't exist. Greg, it just felt right. I bet right now there's some weird ass alien that's monitoring me. He's like, oh my god, she knows my name. Be like, what's up, Greg? You a good one. Thanks for not anally probing me. Like, oh Jesus. It's fine. Totally normal. These are normal things. Still no Bigfoot. Oh yeah, what happened to the fucking Loch Ness Monster? Oh wait, didn't they think it was like some sperm whale's like penis or something? Like what? I don't know. I thought that we would know what was happening with the Bermuda Triangle. That the mystery would finally be solved. What's happening with, like, whatever happened to the Bermuda Triangle? Why is there a Bermuda Triangle? You think they called our FBI agents to look after us? Man, if there's FBI agents looking after me, I'm gonna be real honest with you. They're probably bored out of their fucking mind. They'd be like, oh my god, this girl's taking a nap again? And I'd be like, yes. Yes, I am. It's an appetizer. Okay, let me enjoy my fucking life. Let me enjoy it. Hi, how are you doing, Flinstill? Or Flinsty? Is it Flinsty? I like it. I like it. Do we not know what's happening? I don't know what's happening with it. I don't know. Do you guys know? I should probably get this guy's goody gumdrops. There's another triangle in Asia. It has magnetic issues. Do they have the same issues though? Or is it different? Is it different from the Bermuda one? Why are they triangles? Can't it be... Is it triangle that makes a square? TN situation? Like, what if that's the whole thing? What if Cell Saga actually happened and these Bermuda triangles of things are just actually TN trying to take care of business, but then, like, you know, having repercussions? Gonna have to change your online to Greg the Alien. If you did, I would be like, oh my god, this is the best. It would be fantastic. Would highly recommend it. For fun. I'm doing good. I'm just squishing this giant spooter and trying not to get stabbed by its butt. And we're talking about things about life that we're kind of disappointed about. Like, that we had expected as kids. Like, being able to just run into freaking, I don't know, quicksand more often. Why do we even know about quicksand? Why did we learn so much about quicksand as kids? Makes no sense. Oh, the San Andreas fault? That's fair. Mr. Popo would be hiding the bot. It would have been illegal. I like Mr. Popo. He's so chaotic and abridged. So chaotic. You're kind of upset that you can't travel to Mars for vacation. That's true. Space travel. I totally thought that was a thing. Dude, real talk. When kids in class were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grow up to be an astronaut, I thought they would be. And I was like, yo, that's a pretty cool choice. I'm gonna be a hairstylist. I picked hairstylist. Plot twist, I did not turn out to be a hairstylist. But after hairstylist, I did want to be an artist, and that worked, so that's good. Side note, I took a career aptitude test in 1st grade. They made us all take it. You want to know what it said my #1 job would be? Like, the best fit for me? A motherfucking sprinkler system installer. That's what it got. I was like, how did I answer these questions to where they're like, definitely installing sprinkler systems. Why did you put that in my brain in 1st grade? Like, why? Why did you do that? You want to know what my brother got? A wet nurse. Joe does not have mammary glands. This isn't gonna work. Oh my god. The guy got stuck in quicksand at the beach. Was one of the Great Lake. What? Where? Which Great Lake? Was it really that great of a lake if it has quicksand? Like, I feel like we might want to rethink that. That's oddly. Yes! Right? You know what I got for #2? Embalmer. How are they deciding these? Like, what? What? People fell into quicksand in Gilligan's Island? Oh, maybe that's it. That would make more sense. All I know is, for the life of me, if I could somehow track down whatever weird as fuck career aptitude test I took, I just would like to take it all over again. I'm just curious. What kind of Facebook quiz is this? Was it BuzzFeed before BuzzFeed existed? I am not sure. Were they just really hoping that I would be, like, working in lawn care someday? I don't know. And why were they thinking that my brother was gonna breastfeed babies? I'm also unsure of that. It was Lake Michigan. I had no idea. We lived on Lake Michigan, kind of. So, like, that's funny. Note taken. I need to learn more about quicksand frickin' events in the news. You want the career thing that I took? It was so weird. It was just so weird. Critical Role, bringing back D&D and having D&D yes! The popularity of D&D, freaking World of Warcraft, the fact that people are still playing the same World of Warcraft that they were when they were a kid, like, I think that's cool. That would be interesting. So you got Expedition 33 yesterday on Game Pass, thinking that would be a good game to pass the time, because it's not, like, really your style. Looked at the clock. Whoa. Okay. Okay, Rivika. Maybe I need to give Expedition 33 a try. How long of a game is it? Is it like... Is it mainly... Like, tell me more about it. Is it mainly a storyline? Are you just working through it? Is it like crazy side quests? How deep do I have to get into this game to really like get the experience of it? Cosplaying as hot nerdy women to all the nerdy stuff, including 40k? Right. Oh, that's so funny. That is true. That is true. The popularization of anime probably would have thrown me off a lot. And the fact that there's conventions and that these people weren't like bullied, like that would be nuts. So story only. So people say that 26 hours with side quest 36 if you want to explore everything. Probably 70 to 90. Holy fuck. That's an investment. Sounds like a good one though. Huh. Interesting. I'm trying to think about after the move happens at the end of the month, what my game lineup is gonna be, because if my schedule's gonna change, and if my game lineup is gonna change, then, you know, I gotta start planning for some things. So I'm just like, where do I wanna go with this? Where do I wanna take it? What kind of games do I wanna play? It'd be cool. Modern Nerf guns? School shootings probably would have scared the fuck out of me as a kid too. I'd be like, the what? How? Crazy. Suffered, oh, a little delay, but you're still moving today? Heck yeah. Good. That makes me happy that things are still on task. You're back? Sorry it took so long? You're totally fine. No worries. Are you too late? You are just in time for the raid. Just in time for the raid. So it's a mixture of Dark Souls, the way that the map works. Combat is turn-based with real quick action stuff. RPG style build, upgrade your stuff. It does sound fun. I'll look into it. I'm gonna look into it. Definitely. Gifts? Oh, gifts would blow my... Memes. Memes. Yo. Game changer. Game changer. Okay. Let's figure out who we're gonna raid. Let's keep it in the Monster Hunter community. Let's do it, let's do it. Okay. I like this vibe. It's Fleechy, I'm pretty sure. They're high rank 999. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Professionally unqualified, emotionally overinvested. I love it. I love it. We're gonna go ahead and raid them and see how it goes. This will be a lot of fun. Okay, so this is what to expect. This upcoming week is gonna be weird. So I'm gonna be putting a poll in the Discord. So if you want to be involved in the Discord, I would highly recommend it. Now's a good time because my schedule is all over the place until we move. About time slots that I will be streaming because my schedule will be so wonky. So Saturday stream will be the same, but in the poll I would put whether it would be better to do a night stream midweek or switch which day I do a morning stream. And so if you want to see me during there, I want to have like, you know, some say in when you get to see me stream, that's gonna be the best place to do it. I'll probably post that later tonight. So keep an eye out for the poll. It's gonna happen. And then once the poll is decided, it'll be only up for like 24 hours. So you will have to be in and vote on it so that I can post my schedule tomorrow. So that is something to look for. Keep that in mind. But either way, we'll still be playing Monster Hunter for the rest of the month until I am moved and have access to more games. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You're the freaking best. You gave me all my... I feel like I got all this energy now. It makes me happy. You guys are so cool. Anyway, thank you for all the follows and all the hunts and all the good stuff. I will see you all soon. Anyway, let's go show some love to Fleechy over here. Yeah.